Minutes on to 11 o'clock here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You're locked on to WEFM 99.9, the clean, fresh sound. And this is your Is Your Turn program. Remember, Is Your Turn is an interactive program. So the numbers to call are 457-9997 if you're calling from a local landline, 532-9997 if you're calling from a digital cell phone. And you can also send us a message or call us on WhatsApp at 457-9997. The Is Your Turn program is being hosted by Mr. Cecil Ryan, Mr. Philbert, and Mr. Joel Providence. Good morning to you, Cecil.
Good morning to you, Karen, and good morning to Philbert and Joel. As was introduced, my name is Cecil Ryan, and we're very pleased to be with you another Sunday morning on Is Your Turn, Sunday the 22nd of December, one day after the shortest day in the year, meaning yesterday, 21, as winter solstice. Pigeon, your geography, Joel? I think you guys remember your geography. I just barely remember mine.
Yeah, it's the shortest day in the year in the northern hemisphere.
Yes.
As it comes down towards the equator, then it changes. And then as you go down to the southern part, there's, but in the northern hemisphere, yes.
Yes. All right. So, folks, we're here, and this is going to be an easy program this morning. We want to say we're going to be vibes in this morning. But before we get into the details, let me invite my colleagues to greet you. Philbert?
Yes, thank you very much, Cecil, and good morning to all. Good morning to our colleague, Joel, Kieran. Good morning to all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, wherever you are. We hope that the Christmas is shaping up good for you. It's time for us to be very careful, have safety in mind at all times, but we will talk more about that. But in the spirit of Christmas, we want to spend most of our time greeting you, greeting some of our regular callers, listeners. Let me hand you over now to Joel.
Thank you very much, Pijan, Cecil, Karen. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So this is the Christmas edition, right?
Yes,
Cecil? Okay,
precisely so.
All right. Okay. Well, then Christmas greetings to one and all, especially those who make our Christmas what it is, and we can talk more about that. Like at Carnival time, we talk about the carnival makers, the maskmen, the calypsonians, the soca artists, and so forth. But in terms of Christmas, even though that all of us have a role to play, whether you're in the kitchen at home or whether you're at the church or wherever you are, but there are a particular set of persons who generally make our Christmas what it is. And I do hope as persons calling and so forth, we too in the studio and It's Your Turn could be able to celebrate these persons who help to make our Christmas what it is.
Yes. So as I said a while ago, we vibes in, basically vibes in, to use the younger folks' language. We vibes in this morning. Christmas, we have invited many of the folks who call us or who interact with us regularly for themselves to call and express greetings to our followers and all our listening community, including, of course, all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So you'd hear voices this morning, voices that you've heard over the years, certainly in this year, sending greetings to you and greeting each other. Voices from far away and as also nearby. But we recognize that it's this, as we've been reminded by Baron,
You see your land sundry, just pack up the grocery. Women always want new curtain, and the house want repainting. So the them businessmen could win. They say that Christ is born on Christmas Day. They say that is a pagan holiday. I say no way. But when I see the love in the land, boy, it's Christmas again. All man jack stretching their hand, boy, it's Christmas again. It's the only time of the year, boy, it's Christmas again. The rich that show the border they care, boy, it's Christmas again. Children that be happy, eating things they never see. Christmas that unite on family, boy, it's Christmas again. Sing it to me, boy, it's Christmas again. Come on, Lewis, boy, it's Christmas again.
So yes, guys, it's Christmas again. For those of you who celebrate Christmas and even those who don't, it is Christmas again. Whether those of us who want to recognize it or not, it's Christmas again. And things are happening around us in your community. Across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, certainly in Kingston, there was an unfortunate incident, I understand. But that notwithstanding, we are here and we are encouraging you to call our program this morning and give greetings. And hopefully you yourself will receive greetings from others who will be calling in this morning. So we have invited a number of parliamentarians and other persons across the country to call us and wish greetings to our followers. As we said, persons with whom we are regularly interacting or we're in touch, people who call here from time to time, send messages via WhatsApp or what have you.
So
And we expect, yes.
the
Jack.
parliamentarians, any of the elected 15, plus
even
the
those who senators as
or
well.
the elected 15.
Yeah, all parliamentarians and all who contending to be parliamentarians.
Well, contending.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's a little bit broad.
It's broad, but
but at least those who are, well, certainly, but they're entitled as well.
they're entitled. Yeah, we're not discriminating and we are being open as just Christmas. So yeah, in any event, you have to be. And I would hasten to add, Joel, persons whose numbers we have or whose numbers we can access. So there are some whose numbers we don't have. To kind of there are some whose numbers we have not been able to reach, but as you indicated, it's open. The number is 457-9997. That's WEFM number, and you can get us there straight, or you can get us there via WhatsApp, or you can send messages as well, WhatsApp messages as well.
And perhaps the silent listeners, there are persons who we meet practically every day and tell us, I don't miss the program. I listen at all times.
In fact, Pijan,
It's a good time for them to call.
I'm glad you said that because you just reminded me that I have to give a shout out to Goldie Tony from Connery. She's one who we met just this week, and she made sure that my name is Cecil, and she said yes, and I don't miss your program at all. So I promised her I'll give her a shout out, which I'm doing now.
In the same vein, I have a past colleague who I met just this past week, I think it's Thursday or Friday, Mr. Alan Bonnet.
Oh, okay.
And his wife, Mrs. Bonnet. I met them, and I haven't seen him in years, but he tells me he listens to me every Sunday.
All right.
So I want to wish them all the best.
Okay.
I promise I will shout him.
Well, there you go. So yes, any quick, Andrea, any good thing you want to say?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to just cover a couple of things very quickly. Try our best to link it to Christmas and the theme of the program.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to make a list of all those who contribute in front stage or behind the scenes to make our Christmas what it is. If I miss out any particular category of person, just chip in and add, But I just wanted I wanted to begin first with the police, because safety at Christmas is important. Security at Christmas is important. So I just wanted to mention the police, the church leaders, because after all, first of all, Christmas is really about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ and the whole concept of Christianity and what it should mean to us. And hopefully within that is the whole concept of love, peace, and togetherness and so on. And let's hope that it resonates, especially at this time, and that we can take it into the new year as well and create that kind of society, that kind of community that we all wish and we all hope that we can hold on to and sustain for a long time. I've heard so many comparisons in recent times. Why is St. Vincent and the Grenadines the way it is compared to Grenada and so forth? And we have a great sense of aggression and all sorts of things like that. But let us say that this time is about love, peace, happiness, and togetherness. As important as love, peace, happiness, and togetherness. And the church leaders have a role to play, just with all other groups in society. But I also want to recognize, as we talk about the church leaders, especially to something with the Salvation Army, that they have a particular role to reach out to help those persons who are marginalized and so forth as well. And they try to raise money to help those people on a consistent basis. And we urge persons, as they continue to make their kettle appeal around Kingston, contribute whatever you can, because the Salvation Army has been doing a very good job in St. Vincent Grenadines for many, many decades. And I hope that it will continue to be so for a long time. The community groups around the country, especially those linked with 9 morning celebrations, and including the 9 mornings planning committee, of course, as well as the particular group that hosts the 9 nights at the Botanic Gardens. You continue to do a fantastic job, and we want to celebrate you while others may be doing other things, but you are working hard behind the scenes and so on, doubling up on your chores and obligations. So kudos to you, the members of the community groups around St. Vincent and the Grenadines that bring Christmas cheer to the people. The music makers, we have those who produce some good music. You have like people like Lennox Bowman and the Bowmans who produce great work every year and so forth. I mean, his library now must be huge in terms of what he would have put written and produced over the last 20 years and so forth. Significant. The man Sippy as well. There's a particular song, Cecil, that I really love. With the one man in the course of the program, I wouldn't mind. And there are others as well who produce good music and so forth. And then, of course, we have those who have shows that are, again, celebratory, even though not necessarily in a particular tradition. Like just last evening, there was a show at the Russell Cinema produced by, I think, Samuel Toker. And I understand that the place was packed. And it was a great show, great music. And kudos to Samuel Toker and those associated with that production. And then in a few days' time, we have Rodney Small's, what's it entitled this time? Something Empire, something of the sort. I can't get the right time, but you know that Rodney Small's productions at this time of the year.
Steel Expression Empire.
Steel Expression. Yes, okay. But generally, it's a production by Steel Expression, this time, the Empire, something of the sort. But again, we all associate Rodney Small and his team, his entire team, to be producing something of class, worthy, truly representative of what is good and excellent about St. Vincent and the Grenadines' culture. And again, we ask persons to support. The mothers and fathers, and I must put in the fathers too, Cecil and Pijan, that the mothers are doing a lot of work right now. They might be working as they listen to us, whether it's from washing, cleaning, final cleaning out new curtains up and that kind of thing, beginning to start the process of boiling the ham, if that is the direction in which they're going, and so on, and addressing other things around them because they want everything to look good, and so on. That their home is their castle, that is their sanctuary, and so on. And at Christmas time, it means a lot to them, and the persons in that sanctuary, the children, the grandparents, the neighbors, even who would join in, and so on. It's very, very important, and we celebrate you as well. But lastly, Cecil and Pigeon, I just want to pay a very special tribute to the small business owners in St. Vincent Grenadines. Those who, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, help to make our Christmas joyous in a different way. There are those on one side who produce, who manufacture, from the sauces, the homemade wines, and the other things like that, that persons would especially want at Christmas time and so forth. We celebrate you. We want to recognize you. I not necessarily calling any particular names now with regard to the cottage industry, folks who contribute in Christmas, particularly with food and drink products. But we celebrate you, and as in a real meaningful way. But we also want to talk about those Vincentians who work. They're more into retail, and they work the long hours. They want to make sure that they get as much out of the Christmas season, and they are working hard. They bring in the gifts, and we hope that they can make the best of the Christmas season, because they represent what we hope enterprise in St. Vincent Grenadines should be, not just at Christmas time, but throughout the year. And this is when they are tested, when they are taxed, figuratively speaking, and we want them that they can certainly surmount any challenges that they may have. I just want to especially recognize not only those who operate on the streets of Kingstown, whether it's in Middle Street or on Bay Street or on Back Street. I also want to celebrate and recognize those at the Joshua Center at Arnsville. There are a couple of stores that will be open today. And I would not necessarily want to call the names of the stores and so forth, but we certainly ask persons to at least give them a look in. You may, if you live on the Windward side and you or even in South Leeward or whatever part of St. Vincent Grenadines that you are, you may want to go to Kingston to shop. But while you do so, also remember that the Joshua Center is there. This is not necessarily a plug for the national properties or Joshua Center per se, but I just want to say that there are other stores as well outside of Kingston that you should give great consideration to. And while you're there, then you can go upstairs to the food court and so forth. Hopefully that they'll have Christmas-related items on their menu and so on over the next couple of days. I just wanted to say in closing a very special Merry Christmas to Jean, Tiffany, and to Regina. And I close on that.
Yeah, all right. Pigeon, I don't know if you have you don't have a list, but generally we all endorse the statement of Christmas greetings as said by Joel. Just to remind our listeners that we encourage, as we did last week, encourage the purchasing of locally produced goods. And talking about that, you would recall also that last week and the week before, we did mention about when people call into the program, we'd have one or two goodies to offer. I just want to say that we do have some stuff from Vinci Fresh, leading mayonnaise producer in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, another product actually. They did offer us and I picked them up. But upon reflection and some discussion, I thought it would be a very challenging task to get the stuff distributed. So there's an idea that Pigeon and I raised before he came in, Trail, that perhaps the better way would be to make them available to a 2 to 9 mornings group, the Kingstown and the Richland Park. Take them there and let them distribute the Vinci Fresh product as items
Yes.
as they do their program, as a little token gift. As the way to do it is that people would do different acts. They would have these tokens to give to them, and that they would explain that they're from Vinci Fresh via Issue at Hand, and that Vinci Fresh, of course, is the leading producer of marinades in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and a whole variety of stuff they've made available. People know them all. I don't recall all of them, but Vinci Fresh makes products available as far away as Canada, USA, some Caribbean countries, and of course, it's a big producer for stuff used at Sandals in St. Vincent here and the Grenadines, seasoning and other stuff. So that is basically, I haven't touched base with Mr. Morgan, the CEO at Vinci Fresh, to advise him as to the method of distribution, but I'm sure he would understand. He himself is a Richland Park man, so he would feel good that people in Richland Park would be getting 1 or 2 items from Vinci Fresh. So that is the plan, folks. Those of you who are expecting stuff to be produced, to be distributed from here, well, there you go. That's the way it's going to be done. We have to begin to invite persons to call in now, because I was in touch with Minister Gonzalez, Finance Minister Gonzalez this morning, and he alerted me that he has to do it early because he has some other, I think he's supposed to be at the airport, so he has to do it early. So I'm inviting, if Minister Gonzalez, if you're hearing me, this would be a good time for you to call to give your greetings.
Yeah. Just before, this is not quite Christmas, but I think it's important to slip it in before the calls come in. One was that, we had a significant fire in Kingstown on Higginson Street. Was it the night before?
Yeah, I think.
And I passed there this morning, and I recognized that, while the one building belongs to the Jacks Enterprises group on the corner of the Middle Street and Higginson, and while it seems that the building is perhaps can be salvaged, that certainly the contents have been destroyed on all 4 floors. It seems so to me, and there's work to be done to restore it. The building between the Jacks and the one in Bay Street, which at one time was the corner of Higginson and Bay, which at one time was occupied by a branch of the old National Commercial Bank, or BOSBG, that has been destroyed. And that to me seemed to be a very old building. I am aware of that building from since a child. And so I don't know the cause of the fire itself, but it raises certain issues again in terms of fire prevention and fire mitigation, fire extinguishing fire, and the role of the fire services and so forth. Recognizing, of course, that is just a little bit over a block away from the fire services, Central Fire Services Department. So this is commiserations to all concerned, and we do hope that you can bounce. But this is not the time of the year that you would certainly want. If you don't want it to happen at all, but certainly our best wishes to the owners of those properties, and we wish you the best as you focus now in terms of recovery. In terms of commiserations and recovery, I also just wanted to remind Cecil and Pigeon that the West Indies played cricket, 3 matches, T20 at Islersville, and we lost all 3. I think two of them, I think we lost badly. But I'm not going to talk so much about the cricket per se in terms of the.
Just want to advise that if any call come in, we'll have to go to the call.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I just wanted to make the point that what we should celebrate is the attendance of Vincentians at the cricket match. It was outstanding. I don't think.
And we now have a call.
Yeah,
So,
well, maybe that's
let's go to it.
a good way to close off. But
Yes.
again, congratulations to the Vincentians who would have attended those 3 matches.
Good morning, Council General. Greetings to you.
Good morning, Cecil. This is Fitzhuggins. How are you?
I'm good. Good to hear from you.
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, P. John and Joel.
Thank you.
Good morning, and wish you guys a Merry Christmas. And I want to open the batting as Joel talking cricket.
We hope we don't spend too much time on cricket this
No,
morning.
I ain't talking cricket, man.
Okay,
No.
all right.
No, man. I'm just using the opportunity to talk about cricket by saying I'm open.
Oh, you see, yes.
Yes. Talking cricket. I just want to wish your listeners, particularly in the Canadian diaspora, listening to your program this morning, to wish them a Merry Christmas. And I am still in Canada. It's minus 16 outside in Toronto, so it's an inside kind of day weather. But I want to, if you're doing giveaways today, I would like to open the batting by offering 2 tickets, one from Secret Garden and one from Rodney Small, Steel Expression, to 2 callers. These are 2 of my friends, and I would like to give them my support because I may not be home for the event, so I want to give away 2 tickets to 2 of your callers. But again, I also want to wish everyone listening to your program a Merry Christmas, and looking forward to an excellent 2025.
What
All right, so that's my
get the
aim.
tickets.
Well, I will make the arrangements with Luther and Rodney.
No. How would you
No,
decide who get the ticket?
I thought you guys were giving away tickets today. I thought you were giving away stuff. When people call.
Well, the 2 first callers, maybe? A man and a
I
woman?
mean, you guys make it. You decide that.
All right.
Yeah, you can decide how you give. I mean, you don't have to make it too hard because it's all part of
Well,
the
yeah,
fun.
exactly.
It's all part of the Christmas and the fun. So don't make it too hard.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Council General. Thank you very much.
All right, man.
And all the best to you.
listening.
All right, then.
And all the
Good.
best to everyone listening. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Okay.
The
Yes.
caller must believe in Santa Claus too. There's some people who claim that.
Well, which Santa Claus, because there's a new Santa Claus,
Santa Claus.
a new Santa Claus with a new song.
They are the same.
All right, so and we would share that song later on in the program. Oh, Mr. Williams is here. So he decided to come live and do it from the comfort of WEFM studio, clean, fresh song. While Mr. Williams is settling in to give his greetings, and we're talking about folks, those of you listening, I hope might not be watching, Mr. Jules William, the manager here and the founder, director, if you like, of WEFM, which enables ECUTAN. Mr. Williams, greetings. Trying to familiarize himself with his own settings and everything.
Okay. I'm on?
Yes, you're on. We're hearing you loud and clear.
I remember. Okay, I wouldn't bother to put on a headphone because I'm not staying long. You know how much I don't like to be on radio. I must first start by showing my appreciation for you guys. Joel, Cecil, P. John, but Joel, especially, who was originally our program designer.
Oh,
The name of this program is Your Hand. That was Joel's name. When the station was being put together, Joel had the task of designing the program or the programs, and I had the task of getting the station on air, we had 2 months after we got the license to get everything up and running. Cecil came in after with his project promotion. I remember the program was basically.
You have a good memory. You have a good memory. You have a good memory.
Yeah, I drink Bacardi and coconut water. And if there's no coconut water, I drink it with cranberry. So I'm a very healthy drinker.
I hope everybody don't believe that they can do that and have and retain information as that don't give them good memory.
Bentley Brown was also a critical component of he's in the background. Bentley is always in the background. That's why they call him Bumble. He always busy in the background, like a bee, shifting things around. Don't like this, don't like that. Why don't get this to do that? Why don't get that to do this? And and this would have been over 25 years of you guys, your input.
But I don't know about you guys, but I'm so old.
Well, I didn't even want to mention it because I'm part of that oldness too. Right? So I really came here not just to tell the listeners, my audience, Merry Christmas and wish them a very healthy and prosperous New Year. But just to say how grateful I am to have you guys being a part of this program from origin, from naming the program to facilitating the program to this day as a contribution to the society. I can't remember paying you guys a cent.
Boy, it's a lot with compounded interest, you think, Joel?
Not a red cent.
Not a red cent. I can't remember paying you guys a cent.
Not
And
a
you
red
guys-
halfpenny.
You guys would religiously burn your gas and drive all the way down to WEFM. And sometimes if you can't even make it, you would call in, or we set up, we had the technology that you could log on and that sort of stuff. Then P. John came in at a later stage, and he has been just as we actually start asking P. John to do a little extra for us now. He has joined the morning.
I heard him.
He has joined the morning program commentary team. So again, I'm very grateful and appreciate you guys very much on behalf of WEFM management and staff. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous, healthy, and happy New Year.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams. I'll drink to that, but coconut water only. Leave the rest out. All right, thanks a lot. All right, well, here what I'm saying from Kojo Mason. He's saying, hi, good morning to all in the studio. I don't do Christmas, but I love culture. So 1 ticket for Steel Expression, I will send the money to Jean Johnny. So that's another ticket pigeon for somebody who's got in, not Jules, of course, to Steel Expression. So Kojo, thanks a lot and all the best to you. And I hope you have a wonderful, whatever you call it, but more so, a pleasant and productive and progressive, of course, 2025.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank Jules for his expression of appreciation.
Yes.
But just to remind St. Vincent Grenadines that Jules Williams is one of our iconic persons
Entrepreneurs.
that needs to be celebrated from time to time. I don't think he looks for celebration or accolades in any form, but I think that his contribution from a very young age has been significant. And I think he still has a couple more decades to put in before he calls it a day. Some time ago, I heard him say that he had retired,
From what?
From what?
It depends on what. It depends on what you're talking about.
I'm retired.
But from what? Say,
I
you
don't
retire
know.
from one thing, but give you more opportunity to do other things.
Could be that.
That's what it is.
I babysit grandkids. I take them to school. That's all the stuff. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, it's a good. That means you have reached a certain degree of accomplishment, and I'm forgetting the term now. At the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and so on. That you're up there to the top, and so forth. Self-actualization, and so on. That's where you are.
Strange enough, I've always been very proud of myself since I was a kid. I don't wait for anybody to be.
So that's the
proud of me.
trick. That's the trick to success.
Yeah.
Always be proud of
That's
yourself.
why you always see me. I'm very selfish in that area there.
You know, there's in a discussion with a potential sponsor of this program a couple of days ago. We're talking about why young people be able
Joel, I have to stop you. I have a
You have a
call.
call?
Yes. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Cecil.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Jimmy Prince. I don't know if you remember me.
Oh, the one and only JP, Jimmy Prince. Greetings, Minister.
Good
Glad to have you.
Joel and Pijan. I see you and Joel.
But
most of the time,
we have a
Pijan
struggler
is
in the studio right now. We have a struggler.
Jimmy.
Oh, you have Jules with you.
Yes.
Now that you're on, I must also wish you a very special Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. As being one of the guys who helped to design our programming and help to select and train staff from origin.
That was a long time ago. When I was in a different life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You actually brought Glenn Jackson to FM.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You reminded me of but the donkey years. I don't miss broadcasting though. I don't know why, but I'm happy to have had some hand in this. But Jules, let me wish you a very Merry Christmas yourself, and to wish all the listeners to WEFM and the rest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and particularly the great constituency of Mariaqua. You know, I represent a very formidable and a very interesting constituency. So I'd like to wish everybody in Mariaqua a very happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year. And I'd like to just single out these villages, everybody in Evesham, in Riley, in Kilboney, in Acres, Evesham Vale, Lacroix, people in Ginger Village, Carré, Collins, Mount Pleasant, Canaan, Mesopotamia proper, Glenside, Sayers, Yambu, Freeland Farm, Montague, Caruth, that Tri-Village area, Hopewell, Richland Park, especially that large Richland Park village, which includes places like Shantytown and Riverside and Kelly Park and Cotton Ground and the rest. Just like to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas, and especially to those people who are bedridden, or some of them who are in-house shutting. I think particularly of Uncle Sam, Mr. Samuel Richardson of Merrickey in Carré, and he has been a regular caller to your program too, I think, over the years.
Correct.
To the station for sure.
Correct.
Yeah. Yes, at the moment I think he's at home. He doesn't move out too much these days as he has a side problem. I'd just like to wish him especially a very good Christmas this year. And of course, I hope, Jules, I wasn't able to make it to your party, and but you know how it goes these days. One of the most busy time of the year. This time we have budget, we have constituency projects, we have a lot of things to do, and so I wasn't able to make it this time. And to the others, if I don't see you before the end of the year, I think I have to travel a little bit, not for long, but from Monday I'll be out. So I'd just like to say I'll be there in spirit. Cecil, I hope I see you, but you know coconut water alone you're drinking. Joel will take one on the Joel will fire one with us on the bridge at the east. And Pigeon, I hardly see this man, but I have to put his name on the radio to get it.
Yeah, but I need you to give us a line from Barrel.
American poem, man. I was written. I was a teenager, you know. But you know, I was
Good
a
morning,
teenager when I
Mr.
wrote that.
Custom. Me bar ready yet?
You
Me
remember
there
that,
since this morning, I'm hungry now to death.
I
Like
don't even
that.
remember it.
But as you mentioned that, I just remember a book of poems put out a very long time ago by one Sinclair Jimmy Prince. And I happened to have written the foreword in that book, as well as
Yes,
I did the design on the cover.
The cover
Yeah.
design. You did the cover design when you were an artist.
Yes,
you were very good. Yes, Joel, you did a wonderful job on that book. In My Neighbor's Garden was the name of it.
In
I
My
think.
Neighbor's Garden, that's right.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
I have a quick question for you, just before. You counted 21 villages in the
Yes.
Marico. Maybe there might have been a couple more. In Richland Park, you meant like Kelly Pan, so I just grouped that into to Richland Park.
Yeah, that's just Richland Park.
Park
Yes.
itself, right. But
it's so big, so what I mentioned, the various constituent parts. Mm-hmm.
in terms of constituencies, do you have the most villages or community, or are you beaten out by Western George?
No, I think I have the most villages, separate villages that can stand on their own. Yes, I think we have the most in Mariaqua. And because of our geography too, we have a very intricate road network, very interesting road network that tries to connect all the villages. So we have a lot of villages, and each, although we consider ourselves one community, Mariaqua, because we are very clannish and very close knit. Each village has its own character, which you would find if you visit Mariaqua very often.
Minister Prince, before you go, can you, I want to get in touch with somebody connected with the Richland Park 9 Mornings Committee.
Yes.
Can you give them my number and ask them to give me a call sometime today?
I will do that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Daniel Valentine to call you. And I'd just like to hail them up too, because they've been doing a wonderful job. I mean, throughout the last couple of months, they have been on the road, bending wire, etc. Just a few of them. Every now and again, somebody would pass and lend a hand, but they really did a good job in doing the lighting up in Richland Park. And then the program which they have put on, man, it's really scintillating.
I like it. I like it so much.
It's very, very good. Very creative, very different, very Mariaqua.
Yes.
Richland Park. Mm-hmm.
So I'll be expecting to hear from Mr. Valentine, because I have some Vinci Fresh goodies, which it's difficult to distribute them from where we are. It was supposed to be done through Isiotan. So I would rather if he could accommodate and distribute them on behalf of Isiotan for Vinci Fresh.
Yes, he'll be happy to do that. I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure. I'll ask him to call you.
Yes, all right.
Yes.
Well, all the best, and thanks for calling.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Best wishes. Jules, bye. I'll see you before the end of the year, man.
Jules didn't hear that.
He's gone?
Jimmy.
He's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna pick up before the end of the year.
Yeah. Now used to radio, sir.
He took off his headphones so he couldn't hear you.
What a man. All right.
All right.
All the best.
And safe travel.
God,
Yes.
Thank you very much.
See, I'm back on the mic. I want to acknowledge the work that Lansford Weeks would have put into this program, and I'd like to wish him a very Merry Christmas and also a happy and healthy, prosperous New Year.
All right, and there's one we need to also single out, Marlon Stevenson. We expected a different Marlon to call in just now, but Marlon Stevenson has contributed significantly as well. There's so many others. There are really many persons, and I don't know if we don't have the time today to call all the names, but they have contributed significantly, and we want to wish them all the best and a season that is pleasant and enjoyable. All right, so Joel, you were saying something when we got a call. I don't know if you can remember. You can recall what you were saying. But anyway, we still have the lines open, and people who wish to call us now, please do so. 457-9997 is the number. That's both WhatsApp and the regular line. And you may wish to call to give greetings. And there are two tickets, Steel Expressions, and one to Secret Garden up for grabbing. So if you think you want to attend any of those two functions, this isn't the time to call us to express your interests. And we're doing that simply because it is, as Baron would tell us, it's Christmas again. So we want to put in the spirit of Christmas. Yes, Charlie, you were coming in just now or not? I thought I saw you.
Yeah, no, I just said, oh, by the way, if like I said, if you have the one-man parang band, I would like to hear a little bit of that, right?
I'll have to
Jules,
get
I
some
don't know if you might be able
assistance.
to find that. But I thought of strand through my head, and this is not quite Christmas, but related that Maricourt constituency basically is the only, we all know that's the only constituency that doesn't touch the sea.
Oh,
In
yes.
any way, right? And
They almost got this year now. I don't know.
Who was working on it for them?
I think it was the late gone past Levi later. He was going to bring the sea up to Maricourt.
Yeah,
it's possible. We think about these things and we laugh, but it's quite possible it could have been done with technology, the kind of technology now, or even then, could have been done.
Many things are possible. And then, if you look at a helicopter view of St. Vincent at night, virtually see all the lights.
Oh, yes.
Hugging the shoreline, except for this community in Maricourt, and maybe like you find like inland, like Rose Hall and then Park Hill and so forth. But by and large, we all live a mile or less, or 10 minutes away from the sea.
Yeah. All right, just to remind those who are listening to us, still have time, and if you want to call us before the time run out. This is the time to call us, 457-9997, to call, to give your greetings. You can call us via WhatsApp. That number will take you to WhatsApp or to take you direct, so we can open the line and give you the opportunity to say your greetings. We just heard from Minister Prince, the representative for the Maricourt constituency, and of course, he's also the Minister of Health. And we see a familiar name coming in. Good morning.
Yeah, greetings.
Greetings to you.
Yeah, blessed morning to you all. Brother Jules, glad to have you in the studio. Long to hear your voice. I hope you Irie and my cousin Susan and so on. Pijan, Joel, I like to say maybe it's the last program, so I like to say thanks to you all for imparting a lot of knowledge and information to the people of this country and the wider world, because a lot of people do listen to the rest of the world. So I like to thank you all and wish you all great health and strength for next year. Stay healthy all the time. Eat as much as things naturally. Avoid those stuff that comes in from the overseas. At least we can cut down on the importation of these things coming in. So it will be good. Start with you all as an example. I don't want to see no big belly next year, Cecil. So watch yourself.
So why you not starting with yourself?
No, I have no big belly. I don't fit now. Yeah, I never like to see big belly coming up. So it's very unhealthy. Everything starts from there. Yeah, everything starts from there, especially a colon. Keep yourself very healthy. Take natural herbs as possible. Remember the old people. Some of us came up around the old people. Treat yourselves natural things as much as possible. Avoid these drugstore, because we see what's happening in the world today of medicines and so on, and the side effects and so on. So rather be very careful. So I just wishing you all the best, and thanks for accommodating me throughout. I've met a lot of people. Some of them hear my voice, they say, not only you alone, Cecil. People meet I and say, oh, you the Bongo Shaka. I thank to know you,
The only way to know Bongo Shaka, the only way they know is because you call into Is Your Hand.
You see that one, give you credit. and Jules, for allowing you also change.
Bongo Shaka. First time I come in the program in the train, what for me? My big belly.
No, I tell what for you. I hear you up at to what for Cecil.
Who the cap fit? Bongo Shaka, who the cap fit?
Season's greetings.
Right,
All the best. All the best to you in the new year.
Man, yeah, Jules, give thanks. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you can accommodate these brethren and so on. Because not easy task, Jules. As you said.
Yeah, it's wrong. They accommodating me.
All right, the other way around. That's good because not easy task, to make a sacrifice.
We enjoy
and
it.
Discipline.
We enjoy it.
Without getting paid, it's
we,
not easy
we
task.
enjoy it. So we're going to drink a coconut juice or coconut water on top of that. Not
Juice, put some brandy in there for Cecil.
No.
No, that's a good remedy, not to get nice
but Bongo
up
Shaka,
high as it's your job.
you just advise people to eat and drink natural. So what you want
I'm telling you, it's a comment. I learned it from my mom's, and I tried one time.
Cecil
and when
don't
I
drink
got a rest, I
alcohol.
woke
You must
up.
have a little wine or some
No.
Baileys, but you don't drink alcohol.
No.
I do not eat pork, but I have a little ham and I have some bacon because
you hear that? You hear that?
They spell different.
It sounds Bongo Shaka, he sound like the man who say he sound like the man who say he don't eat pork but he eat the walk.
I eat the soup, he drink the soup. And he take out the
If I may add, there's some persons who just don't drink alcohol, but they'll certainly enjoy a good black cake.
Yeah. Well, your black cake ain't going to get you drunk, you know what I mean?
Speak for yourself.
My
No,
mother
well,
saw a
I
couple
don't,
Christmases ago. My mother saw had all them kids laughing and busy, jumping up on the furniture. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what's going on with them.
I remember that all in my younger days.
I'm the black cake.
I don't know. So what about them grannies who need a piece of black cake? What they do? What they doing?
Anyway, Bongo Shaka, we have a lot of other calls, and one is coming on.
And, you giving credit, but and absorb
one is on,
something, right?
a call is on now, so I'll take the call.
Yeah,
you don't mind.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right,
I
thanks.
appreciate that. And you all take care. Yeah, man.
And I just missed the call, so please call again. We know we're expecting a number of calls this morning from different persons, and as they come in, I'll have to take those calls. Yes,
as the call comes, I just wanted to read two extracts from two messages.
We have a call now, so you have to hold on that. Good morning, welcome to the program.
Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning to you. This voice sounds very, very familiar. It sounds like a man who plays an instrument, especially around Christmas time. In the old days, they used to have to play that mouth organ.
Yes, sir.
I'm not hearing you clearly, though.
Can you lift your voice a little bit so we can hear you strong?
I don't know what to do.
Well, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I just want to say thanks very much for the 11 months went by. You know, Mr. Ryan, I never miss you. You know, I never miss you.
Okay, we appreciate
it. Hands, you know. In fact, I could issue at hands, morning programs. I'm a WEFM man.
Okay. For those persons who are listening and don't recognize the voice, is Mr. Mason from Layu.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Talking of a voice, I went to a funeral once and I paid my tribute. As I came off, two gentlemen stood at the door and said to me, "You the chap normally be on the radio?" I said, "Yes, I'm chap, So all I called to say, "Mr. Ryan, thanks very, very much indeed." And Pedron and but I saw Mr. I don't think he knows me very well, but I saw Mr. Providence. I never met Pedron. Yeah. But I just want to let you know, Mr. Ryan, I'm here. Mr. Williams, thanks very much for all those programs that you put on. I do listen to them, and
Thank
you
you.
know, I'm a bit weak on the legs now, really, but apart from that, I'm okay. I'm okay. And Mr. Ryan, pass my love on to you know who.
Yes, I will do that.
How are they? No
They're
one here?
fine. They're fine. They're all here, and I'll be seeing them after this program.
Right. I'll pass my regards on to them and your sister.
Yes.
And whoever drinks, please drink. Don't get drunk. If you get drunk, drunk at home. And if you do drink at home, lie on the floor. Don't go on the bed.
All right. And that's
Or
good
you might
advice.
twist and turn, and you probably twist and turn and fall and hurt yourself, right? But if you lie on the floor, you're already there, okay?
All right. Fair enough. Thank you very much,
Thanks
Mr.
very much
Mason.
indeed.
And have a very good
Thanks
day.
a lot. All the
right.
best.
Have a good one. Yes.
Merry Christmas. Healthy Christmas.
All right, then. To you too. I do just want to shout out Brother Bristol. Peter, remember him? Brother Bristol, all the way from Overland.
Yes, I remember
Yeah, I remember maybe he's challenged now in terms of certainly his eyesight. He said that the last time he called the program, but I just want to give him a shout out and hope that he has a good season, particularly a good Christmas. Also, we have not yet heard from Miss Harold. Miss Harold, greetings to you, and we hope you're doing fine. And also Miss Duncan. Remember Miss Duncan? Montrose? Just want to hail her up and wish her all the best.
And we haven't heard from Stepping in a while.
Stepping a long time. It's a good while, but I heard his voice not too long ago. So, Stepping, it'd be good to hear from you. And we want to remind our listeners that we still have the 2 tickets, Rodney Small Seal Expressions ticket to give to 2 callers, and the one to Secret Garden. And by the way, Council General suggested 2 questions which you may wish, straightforward question you may wish to give, ask the callers. Not to keep them away from getting a ticket, but just to, jog their memory a bit. So again, the number to call is 457-9997, and that would put you in touch with us. So we're waiting to hear from you.
I have a question.
Yes. You're not going to get one of the tickets though. Yes.
Who wrote and sang the Christmas song, Don't Wait Until the 25th to Enjoy Christmas?
And before the answer comes in, we have a call. Good afternoon. Sorry, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Season greetings. How is everyone?
Season greetings, comrade. Comrade B, as in Brown. Minister Brown, greetings and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
I haven't seen in a very long time.
Who you haven't seen? I think I've been seeing you a lot at cricket and everything, all the merriment of the season. Because I'm sure I even spotted you shopping yesterday.
What?
Ah, okay.
don't tell us what he was buying. We will keep that.
No. I can't reveal those things. I cannot reveal those
Fair
things.
enough.
So I'm just calling to wish everyone in St. Vincent and the Grenadines a bright and merry Christmas 2024 and a prosperous new year for 2025.
All right. And we hope we'll be seeing some of you in 2025. Because, we can't see 2024. Go ahead.
No, definitely. You would be seeing probably more of me.
Okay. All right. That's a promise. And we're going to make sure you hold to your promise.
Yes.
And you would be pleased to know that in studio with us this morning is I was going to say your uncle, but
Your Uncle Jules.
Very nice, Uncle Jules. Very nice.
Yes, we brought him out this morning, and he's doing good.
Excellent. Well, I'm home prepping for Christmas. Hopefully, Uncle Jules, I'll be seeing you throughout the season.
Yes, Ben, as usual, Christmas morning.
And
Exactly.
well, you live in the Buckerman Valley or Pembroke area, and there are lots of things happening in that area these days. So you never know, persons might drop by and make a detour and see what is there in the Brown household to partake of.
Oh boy, that sounds like an open invitation. You're trying to get me to issue one that I'm not willing to do.
They are short coconut trees. Very short coconut trees. So when I drive in the yard, I just go and I pick.
All right, well,
Yes.
well,
All
all the
right,
best
Minister
to you.
Brown.
All the best to your day.
Thank you very much for
Yes,
calling us. And
definitely.
on behalf of all the listeners, I want to thank you and wish you all the best. A Merry Christmas and all the best for 2025. And we will be seeing lots of you, said. You promised anyway.
Yes, that's a promise. That's
All
a
right, then.
promise.
All the best
Okay,
to you
have
and
a
your
good day.
household. Thank you very much. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Good afternoon. Good morning, sorry. Welcome to the program. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Season's greetings to you all.
Thanks.
I always say, faithful men, whether thunder, lightning, or who, you all are there. And with that, we say thank you. Thank you very, very much.
And the voice
we
belongs to Miss Duncan, right?
Yes.
Oh, I think I still remember
Yes.
the voice. The
And
simple voice.
Mr. Providence asked a question. Is that one of the questions to the ticket?
No, but you. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you.
but why not?
Which
I
of the
mean-
tickets? Which of the tickets you wish to have?
Secret Gardens.
No, yeah, but you don't. It's not a must, but there's a question that goes with it, which says, "What
the
is it?"
question that Mr. Providence asks is not
It's not-
towards the question.
I think
to
it should be.
But hold on, it's not on the list yet, but maybe. But the one for Secret Gardens was suggested by the person who suggested who's.
the
give
person
it-
who suggested.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
What
you
is
can
the
give-
theme of the Secret Garden? That's all the person's saying. You may or may
I
not.
don't know.
All right. So it's all right, but you still get the ticket. You still have the ticket.
Well, I mean,
You still have the ticket?
Yeah, the answer
All right,
is
well,
Utopia, but you still have the ticket.
Okay, my son will collect it, not me.
Oh well, okay. Well, I'll make the arrangement. I'll make the arrangement.
Okay.
All right.
All
then.
right.
Uh,
All
you-
the best. All the best. The very best for all the men who are in the studio there. 2024 was not an easy year for St. Vincent, but we pray that God would have mercy upon us for 2025.
Okay. All right. So, and all the best to you for the season and beyond.
very
All right.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Anita. I'm in St. Vincent, so I'm just calling to wish
Oh,
you guys.
this is the Anita. Okay.
Mr. Here's something else. Just want to wish you all the best. And, you know, as Miss Duncan just said, a prosperous 2025. And the entire St. Vincent at the Grenadines abroad, everyone at the sound of my voice. Have a good one. I'm an ardent listener for years now.
All right,
which
and
you
we
know.
thank you
So,
and we appreciate
yes.
we appreciate it. We appreciate. All right, and all the best to you and enjoy Vinci.
Yes. Well, I'm Vincent. Sean.
No, what I mean
know
in
the
the
truth.
yeah, I know, but the thing is you could have been elsewhere the temperature is minus 20 or minus whatever.
Oh Lord, this morning I called home and they said, "Oh Lord, I begrudge you. I don't want to go back, but I'm leaving on the 1st."
Oh, take some
I've
take a
been here
bottle full of
almost a
sun.
month now.
Take a bottle full of
Yes,
sunshine when you're going back.
Yes, I will. I will. Okay, gentlemen, you
Thank you.
enjoy and do have a good one.
You too.
Pigeon, special greetings to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes. You are very welcome, most welcome. Take care now. God
You too.
bless. Bye bye.
To you
Yeah,
too.
bye.
Bye bye. Yes. Okay. somebody saying here on WhatsApp, good morning, guys. Greetings. I have to report this. I took a bus from AIA to come to town. That's all the person is saying. Well, that's good. If you took a bus from AIA, it means that public transportation is working from AIA to come to town. Okay.
Well, they went up to the main road because
I don't know.
there's no facility for taking a bus at the AIA itself, as far as I'm aware.
She didn't say that.
And I would like to find out just as well about the experience from Argyle to Kingstown, what it was like.
Yes. Yes. All right. So actually, I should have asked, and somebody's reminding me that asked Miss Duncan to give the name of her son, because he would have to present his ID to receive the ticket. So, Miss Duncan, I wonder if you if you can WhatsApp us the name of your son who will be picking up the ticket for you. All right, and for those other persons who have not yet called us, even if you're not going to call us, the number is 457-9997, and you can do it via WhatsApp or straight, or send a message, and we'll be in touch with you. Yeah, Joel, you were saying something just now. Sorry.
Yes, earlier on we mentioned about what the Christmas season is about and so forth. And one of the things that we mentioned that love, peace, togetherness. And two of our leaders sent messages to the nation in print about the concept of togetherness. And there are two short extracts that I wanted to read, very short. The first one is from the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and Grenadines, and the caption is "Together at Christmas in Peace, Love, Faith, and Fresh Hope." And I read the extract. It is a time when we rightly prioritize family get-togethers, good neighborliness, community spiritedness, national unity, and individual reflections on life and living now and for the future. It is a season to engender joy and happiness, even amidst personal pain, community troubles, national challenges, and global turmoil. So again, the message is national unity, togetherness, good neighborliness, and so forth. And this is what the Prime Minister is inviting us or reminding us to what we should be doing. The leader of the opposition also said, under the captain, let us support one another in the spirit of Christmas. And Dr. Friday, among other things, says, let us come together and celebrate the Christmas season and do so with the certainty and despite our challenges by the grace of God. And I go on to say that the Christmas season calls on us to think about others, to ask ourselves what we are doing to connect with those around us, what we are doing to support each other, and what we are doing to build each other up. And if that message must something that we should try and keep that message going today, next week, and into 2025, about togetherness, working together on all our national challenges, community challenges, our personal challenges, and so forth, and to give a greater sense of fulfillment. I don't remember, Cecil, if you allow me, I remember what I wanted to say earlier on, when I mentioned about self-actualization and Jules and so on in the spirit of retirement, is what someone like Jules embodies is this sense of, not just of achievement, but a sense of fulfillment. He feels fulfilled, and with fulfillment comes joy and other things. And I think that the issue is amongst many of our male youths is a sense that they're of unfulfillment. And I think that is something that we need to address in the new year. I know we'll deal with that differently in the new year as we address what we've seen taking place in St. Vincent right now. But this whole question of feeling unfulfilled and what measures they are taking to get that sense of fulfillment and so forth. And I hope that we can address these kinds of things in the new year. But in the meantime, though, it's about togetherness, good neighborliness, working together in peace and harmony for the betterment of all.
Joe, setting goals, all the goals in life. contributes towards your success. My parents retired at 55.
Yes.
That's mandatory. I decided I want to retire at 50. So, when I was in my early 20s, I decided I must at least own some land by the time I'm 25. Then if you're going to get a 20-year mortgage, good. You go to the bank at 30, get your 20-year mortgage, build your house. When you're 50, you finish paying your mortgage off. That's retirement. Simple.
So the whole question of goal setting for young people. Yeah, I think that is very important. I think that is a very powerful statement that you have just made, because for a young person, they may not necessarily set the long-term goals in the way that you might have done or would have done, but certainly goal setting, because that's where it begins. I mean, fulfillment is linked with the attainment of your goals and so forth, and working step by step, phase by phase towards the attainment and so on. And I think that is something that we can look at. Even though as Christmas time we're together and so on, sometimes you sit down in communion with your uncle, your cousins, your auntie, your grandmother, and so forth, and they will ask you questions. Don't shun away from answering the questions and say that is not there. But even the neighbors, even the so-called nosy, pesky neighbors, have a discussion. Take their advice. They are your mentors, and speaking particularly to the younger persons and so forth, and work with them and let them help you to set your goals as whether you're 25 or you're even 35.
But there are a few things in life that you need to learn early up. And it's societal. You gotta be careful. You go to the bank to purchase a vehicle, right? Within 2 days, you get a loan from the bank. If you go to the bank to purchase some land, the bank would have you up and down. It probably take you a year, which is strange. It's only after I was a little more mature, I understand the logic. Purchasing a vehicle, loan from the bank, is like Coke. That vehicle is only going to last you X amount of time, and you keep going back to the bank, going back to the bank, back to the bank, back to the bank. You purchase a piece of land, when you finish paying off for it, that's the end of the story. So the bank encourages youngsters to purchase vehicles, and if you're not focused, you start off with what the small cars the Vits, and then after 3 years, your friends driving an SUV, you sell your Vits and you go back to the bank and you go for an SUV. So you can focus your life on purchasing, and you end up being 45 years old and could only say what sort of cars I owned. Oh, well, I used to have this, I used to have that, I used to have that. And you're 50, you go to the bank now to get a mortgage, they tell you, well, you can't get a loan at 50 because you're retired at 65. And what you're going to do when you retire, you can't continue to pay the loan. So, all I'm trying to say, right, make use of youth and stay focused.
Pijan, that was our first lesson in financial literacy. You remember about 2 weeks ago, somebody from the bank called and suggested we should have, well, I wasn't going to call his name. But what we have just heard from Jules is the simplest way to understand, or the simplest lesson in financial literacy. So it's financial literacy 101. Thank you very much, Jules. Do you see why you have to come back, Jules? And conduct and be more a regular part of this discussion. Cecil. It could not be simpler than that. And it is so accurate. Anyway.
But I'm a product. I had a few cars.
Including the one that enables you to give the frequency number for WEFM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
It's not that one?
That wasn't the case.
Oh.
The 915. That was my original vehicle.
Right.
When we got broadcast license, I actually wanted 915, which is the frequency that Hot FM, not Hot FM,
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know them.
Not hot, yeah,
Boom.
hits.
Oh, hits.
Right? So I was the youngest person applying for license. So when I go to these meetings, right? I mean, besides the fact that I'm an electronic engineer, I insist on getting this 915. And these guys decided, no, we're not giving that to him because there must be something about that 915 that he knew about it that we don't know. So we can't give him that. So they decided, no, they're not going to give me 950, but that's what I wanted because it was simply my vehicle number. So they gave it to Hits. So Donnie, the Freitas, was the person in charge at that time. He called me in his office after. He said, Jules, boy, sorry, but I had to get another frequency. So he asked me, all right. He said, so what's so special about that frequency that you everybody fighting on for? I look at Donnie and laugh. He says, that's my vehicle number. So I end up taking 99, right? And then after that, now, I put all my vehicles to 99.
But if I may just, I remember we had a meeting, Jules.
But sorry to cut you. Remember, because you have a call, we have to get the callers. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good morning. You still give me tickets?
Yes, we do. We have two. We have two to Steel Expression.
They only don't have one for Lennox Bowman.
No. Steel Expression is the show.
I think I heard.
You're talking about the question, but we have the question provided by the person who's giving away the ticket. And then we can, once that's exhausted, we can go to the one that Joel is suggesting.
Whatever.
Yeah, but so you if you want you well, let me just ask you the question and see if you want to do it. What is the theme for the Steel Expressions for 2025? The theme.
Yeah. Okay.
It was Pigeon said it this morning. Both Joel and Pigeon said it this morning. Something about empire. Something about empire. You didn't hear it?
No, I'm tuning late.
All right. Well, you're the caller, so we won't deny it. Sorry?
All right then.
Well, hold on. Well, let me ask Joel to give you that question, Joel. The question that you.
I think when the answer came first, to be followed by the question.
Well, whichever way you did it.
Yeah, no, she provided the answer already. That's who composed and sang the song Don't Wait Till the 25th to Enjoy Christmas.
Yes.
So who is the person?
Lennox Bowman.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you qualify. Yes, so you can get the ticket. What you need to do, give us your name.
My name?
Yes, your name.
My name is Jeffrey Boye.
Jeffrey?
I think everybody know me.
I don't know you, so just give me your name.
I know, but the others know me.
Well, That could be so, but for you to get a ticket, you got to present. You got to present your ID. Go to Jean Johnny at Corey's, I think. Yeah, go to Jean Johnny and present your ID, and you will get the ticket from her.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Jeffrey.
I wish you all the best for the new year. I always listen to you all, but I don't call it much. But I always be listening. Wish you all the best. Take care of yourself.
Who say we are the best?
Well, I say I'm the best. Always the best.
Oh, I thought you said they say. They also say so.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey. Thanks a lot, and enjoy the show and have a peaceful Christmas and enjoy the
I will. You all too. Okay.
All right then.
Bye.
Thanks for calling. All right. So yes, Joel.
Yeah, I was actually saying that in a meeting that we had, and Jules was leading the discussion and so on, and I suggested to Jules that there were a couple frequencies that were still available, and I suggested to him that he should take the 99.9. For it resonates better, it allows a stronger brand, and I further suggested that Williams Electronics FM should be the name of the station, make it WEFM, and that it gives a thing that way it's a community-oriented type of station and so on. And that is the best route to go. It's just by coincidence that my number plate at that time was actually 899. I had applied for 999, and the license officer at the time told me that was reserved for the police. So I took 899. So I had 899 then, and then after that I went to the 99s throughout.
Gerald is correct. Everybody was wondering how you guys came up with WEFM. Well, the broadcast license is actually under Williams Electronics. It's WEFM. It's Williams Electronics FM.
Yes.
Yeah. So we internally we know that's Williams Electronics FM, but it's actually WEFM now.
The People's Station.
The People's Station.
That was 26 years ago, Jules.
Yeah, it was 26 years ago.
Yes. So, all right. So we're still waiting for the persons who have indicated that they're going to call us. This would be a good time for you to call because we have until 12:45 to receive those calls. So if you're going to call us now to give greetings, and we take it from there. In the meantime, we still have one more ticket. One went already for Secret Gardens. That one went already. We have the person to receive that one. He knows that he has to present his ID. And we go over that. And in fact, I have his number to call him to follow up. And one just went to Jeffrey for Steel Expressions. And Jeffrey knows that he has to take it to Jean Johnny, Mrs. Jean Johnny Finley at Corey's, and you present your ID and you get your ticket there. So we have one more for Steel Expressions. So you can call us and you can be the one to get that other ticket for Steel Expression. All right. Yes, Joel?
I would like to hear from callers. What are their plans for Christmas Day in terms of the lunch and so forth? And in the sense that how are we getting through in terms of getting the products, especially the local products that we were talking earlier on about buying local and so forth. Moving around a little bit yesterday and the day before, I was able to get some golden apples because I felt that I should drink golden apple juice. The price to get some ginger.
Again, I have to stop you again and take this call. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, and how are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing quite okay.
Okay, remind us who is calling, and so we could take you from there.
Okay. My name is Aruna Joseph.
Aruna, how you spell that?
Aruna.
Okay. Uh-huh. And you're calling for?
I'm calling for a ticket.
Oh, that's what you're calling. Are you a regular listener to Is Your Turn?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. You put the emphasis on every. All right. So the ticket is a ticket to Steel Expressions. And yeah, so there is a suggestion. Well, actually, there isn't a suggestion for this one. Do you know the theme for Steel Expression? You don't. All right. Well, look, we're just going to just ignore that. And you have your name, and you would go to Correz, Jean Johnny Finley, and present your ID, and you will get your ticket.
Could I interact with Arona for a minute?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Right. So,
but Arona didn't wait for me to say it. You eager for this interaction? All right.
yes, I just wanted to find out from Arona, first of all, how things are going in your household for the preparing for the Christmas, and are you using local materials and so on? Are you being able to get tomatoes and so on? How things are going in terms of other local products and so on? How are things generally in your household?
To tell you the truth, I saw tomatoes yesterday in the market, and it's like $3 for $5.
What?
$3 for $5?
Yes.
But that's a good price compared to what you were
Really?
just about. Yes, compared to about 3 or 4 weeks ago. At one time, there's one tomato for $5. When you go in a supermarket, and you're getting 2 and 3 for $24 or $22.
But Arona, are you able to grow your own tomatoes?
No. The
Oh.
only thing I have in my backyard is cassava and pineapple. And
That's sweet cassava.
Ooh.
Sweet cassava.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. And the pineapple, and so that's
if
good.
you can find a way to grow some tomatoes as well, a pot or something,
Yes.
half of a barrel or something like that, fill up with soil.
And do you
So
believe
I
it?
have not had my menu as yet because just my husband and I alone live in. My child is overseas, so I'll decide maybe sometime tomorrow.
Okay, all right. So, well, whatever it is, enjoy. And I don't know how far you live from how close are your neighbors, but provide a Christmas cheer in your community if you could, if you will. And so if not, then certainly to your family
I'm not
at home
living
and
too far
abroad.
from Brother Mason.
In Layu.
So he knows me.
Okay. So you could share whatever you can with him.
Yeah, so our leaders are actually asking us to show good neighborliness, spread the fellowship, show unity and so forth, and especially at Christmas time. And reach out to your neighbor. I think the man CP had asked for that as well, regard of the color and stripe.
All right, so you go to Jean Johnny Finley at Correz, show your ID, and you will get your ticket there.
Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the season.
You
All the
too.
best to you, Arona.
And continue listening to WEFM and Is Your Turn.
I will.
All right then. Good. Have a good day.
Bye.
Yes. We still have a number of people who promised they'd call. They haven't called yet. So I'm expecting them to call still. Yes.
Gentlemen, I have to go and finish working for my lunch.
You make it sound so hard.
Yeah, I have to babysit.
Oh,
I
I see.
take care of the grandchild so Susan could finish cooking.
And you need energy for that for sure. So
Well, just working for your lunch, I work.
Any premature opening of Christmas gifts?
Oh,
That was a classic.
Well, why not? You remember Joel just asked for somebody else, man. What was the song? The name of the song?
Oh, the song one was CP's one, man.
No.
Don't wait till the 25th.
So there you have it, Jules.
Yes.
Your goddaughter was not waiting until the 25th at all to have Christmas.
well, before I depart the studio, I just
Hold
want
on, don't depart. We have a call. Let's take this call. Oh yeah, well go ahead.
Yeah, I want to repeat myself, how grateful I am to you guys for this genuine effort that you make to keep this program going for the nation, right? I know you guys are the nation at heart, and that's why you enjoy it, because of the involvement and the it's driven by participation, the callers and that sort of stuff, and we wish everybody continue in the new year. And I think the program does a lot for the society on a whole, in the diaspora. I listen to the program myself, and it's one of WEFM's most listened programs, actually. And this is not my guess. We are able to electronically monitor our listening audience simply by logging into our streaming providers. And we could see the stats. We could see when people start logging in, they start prepping for you guys, and you're doing a great job. And keep up the good work. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of the listeners and the people who put this stuff together and make it happen. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much, Jules, for sharing a little bit of your morning time with us. We understand that you have to go and work for your supper, but not for your supper, sorry, for your lunch. We understand that very well. And we thank you for all the kind things you've said about us and the contribution that we make to WEFM and to the nation. We appreciate it, and we do it lovingly, really. And we will continue for as long as we are able to do so. Thanks again, and all the best. Coming from my coconut water only. Yes. Marlon is informing us, Marlon Butte, that is, he's trying to call and he's not getting through. Marlon, that's his regular number. Should be in your phone. Air code, as you know, Marlon, is 784-457-9997. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. And you can do it on WhatsApp or straight. Try again, Marlon, and you might get through this time. But the number you've sent for confirmation is the one. Somebody sent a message here, sorry, about traveling on bus. But we're not really accommodating that today so much. It's a complaint that somebody's lodging in terms of the behavior which you know about on these buses, and would like the authority to do something. Please, I'll read it if we have time later on. Well, we have some time. We have some time now. In as much as she sent it. Oh, we have a call. Let's go to the call. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon. Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon to
Abdan
you.
White here.
Abdan, greetings to you. Good to hear you.
Greetings to you guys.
Yes.
Peace and joy. How you guys doing?
We are doing all right. We hope you're doing well. I mean, it's rough, but, in the circumstances, we know.
Lately I've not really, myself personally, I've not been doing too well. I actually was hospitalized last week. Last week Wednesday.
Sorry to hear that.
I think the weight of living and working in a stressful environment over an extended period of time started taking a toll on me. So, but the doctor ordered me some rest, and I'm currently on the mainland. I came up to have some tests done just to make sure everything is okay, and so far things are
good.
Things are looking good. We've not discovered anything out of the ordinary.
Good to hear.
So I think I just have to get some rest.
Yeah, man.
And everything should be okay.
Yes. Well, that's good. Good to hear that. Yes.
But I just want to touch base with you guys. Your program was very instrumental in highlighting a lot of the things that have been happening in the southern Grenadines after the passage of Hurricane Beryl, especially on Union Island. And thank you guys for whatever assistance that you would have been able to provide in terms of awareness. I received your packet, Cecil.
Yes.
Joel also, thank you.
Well, that I was doing it on behalf of my cousin Sandra Horn, who is in Canada now. I hope she's listening. She's the one who had heard the previous program and sent those items.
Yeah, we received it, and I had some assistance with some of the persons who volunteer at Nemo in getting them distributed.
Good.
The persons. But as I said, it's been a difficult past, it was almost 6 months.
Yeah, I know.
After the passage of Beryl, and we've definitely made progress on the island. We've been able to repair over 100 plus roofs, probably 130, 140 on Union Island. Canada one is pretty much back up. Myro is almost there also. But as you know, Union got the brunt of the damage. And I know it's a frustrating time for a lot of people. It will be for a lot of people on Union Island, especially. Christmas will definitely not be the same. There's still a number of persons without home. There's still a number of persons unable to return to the island. But the world, the country, they have responded to us, and they've responded to the situation. We've, over the period of those 6 months, we've gotten to know and work with a number of wonderful and amazing people in helping with the rebuilding process. And listen, in all my conversation, there's one person I've never really mentioned, and I remember when I received that humanitarian award, I reflected on her and how she has contributed and she has sacrificed, and of course this money for Chambers Webb. She's the chairperson of the NEMO subcommittee on the island.
Okay.
And she has committed all of her time before the storm, during the storm, and after the storm. She's a nurse. She's still not been able to return to work. And she has been putting in tremendous work, and I've seen a lot of growth in her, personally and professionally in that capacity. And I've never really heard a lot of mention about her, and I just think it's necessary as we near the end of the year and we're in this Christmas season, to really highlight the incredible work that she has done and she continues to do, for the people of Union Island especially. Also, Desmond over there in Myro. Desmond has been doing tremendous work in terms of the rebuilding. Owen and all those guys, they've been doing great work over there in Myro. I would have mentioned other persons in the past. Another person I want to mention too is Alvin Thomas. Some people call him my driver, but Alvin kind of took over from.
Yes.
Alvin took over. I remember an interesting story. I met Alvin sitting on his vehicle 3 straight days, and one day I stopped. I said, "Man, every day I pass here." I said, "Man, I'm trying to get my vehicle to Ashton. It broke down 3 days now, and everybody keep passing." And that was the beginning of a relationship with myself and that young man. And he has been, because at that time I had fell asleep twice behind the wheel.
What?
And I remember one time I almost ran into a police transport vehicle, and but the police officer telling me, I think it was the first time that guy had spoken to me, and he was like, "You're going too much, man. You need to get some rest." And I've been started driving, and Right now, I don't even drive anymore because he has my vehicle, and he still goes around up to this day, helping as much people as it's not as hectic as before, but he still goes around, and I just want to shout out to him and his entire family. But I know it's the Christmas season, and I won't be spending Christmas in Union Island this year. It would be, I remember when my father died, I promised myself that, I will always be home for Christmas. And this is one Christmas that we still do not have a home. My mom roof is back on, but my brother, I think one of my brothers, he's still living, in like type of shelter accommodation down at the secondary school. I mean, some of them I listen to people, and some of them I tell people you don't really understand the commitment and how much we put out there. And my youngest brother, he's still shacked up down at the secondary school at the teacher's house where a number of persons are still staying. And so they should be up on the mainland for Christmas. So it definitely, we definitely will not be on Union Island, but this year, especially this Christmas, I mean, my message for the people of Union Island, and in particular, in the Southern Grenadines, but in particular, Union Island, what I would like to tell them, as we gather to celebrate this Christmas season, we are reminded of the challenges that we have faced together in the wake of Hurricane Beryl. Now, this storm tested our strength, but it also revealed the resilience and unity and love that bind us as a community and as a people. Guys, to the people of the Southern Grenadines and Union Island, this Christmas is a time to reflect on the journey of recovery we have undertaken. It is a season to give thanks for life spared, to honor the hands that helped rebuild, and to find hope in the progress that we continue to make. Now, this Christmas, we know that this Christmas will be especially difficult for those who still do not have homes of their own. I would just like these people to know, please know that you have not been forgotten. As a community, we remain committed to standing with you. I know the government is committed also to standing with the people of Union Island and the Southern Grenadines. And we will be working tirelessly to ensure that everyone can find comfort and security and hope again. May the light of this season renew our spirit and remind us that brighter days are ahead. Together we will rise stronger, leaning on each other and building a future rooted in faith and perseverance as a community. With this, I just want to wish everyone, a Merry Christmas. Those down there in the Southern Grenadines with a lot of hope and a lot of gratitude.
Could I ask a question?
Through the season. Go ahead, PJ.
Yes, sir. I'm just wondering, what was it like for schooling on Union Island since school opened? Anything you could tell us about that?
No, it has been pretty normal. I've been honest with you.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, Pigeon. I'm no longer in the classroom.
I know, but you have.
But I've been all around the school.
Yeah.
It has currently there are about 80-something students. There's not been much movement during the school term. 80-something students between the primary and the secondary. We have more students on the mainland than we actually have in Union Island.
Okay.
Some of the challenges they would have had in terms of with replacement teachers, proper replacements. We've had a few internet issues, but those issues never really lasted more than a couple of days or so. But when speaking to some of these students, it just felt different, but they made it work. And big up to the entire staff. They did they made sure that they put on a number of programs and activities to keep the students entertained and at least put a smile on their faces. And that was a good thing. But it was not easy, but everything was in place. I'll be honest with you. Everything was in place to ensure that the students were comfortable, that they were learning. And, it was a bit difficult for the teachers too, because some of the primary school teachers had to be teaching secondary, some of the classes, and, a kind of hybrid kind of system in terms of teaching both primary and secondary school. But it wasn't as bad as people thought it would have been. I mean, they had electricity, they had internet, access to computers, furniture. It was okay. And then for the first time, we had a school bus that would take children to and from school, because the transportation situation in Union, is still not up to where we would like it to be. The public transportation system, that is.
From your vantage point, Abdan, would you say that the status quo as it is now, would it prevail right through to the end of the school year, July next year?
No, I expect, to be honest with you, I've always said the issue with school returning back to normal is not because of, it would not be because the infrastructure or the teachers will not be there. The issue would be where teachers or where the students are going to live. Even though you find you're able to replace roofs and stuff for teachers, roof is one thing, but what I have found, and it is a very expensive venture, and rebuilding back homes, not just roofs, homes, would be the biggest challenge. The Clifton Primary School, I believe, is about 90% complete, just some electrical work and plumbing work. And the Stephanie Brown Primary School, I would say it's about 75% complete. So the school buildings would be ready. The infrastructure would be ready. The issue would be, it will still remain where would persons. And as I said, persons are slowly coming back in, but it's still a big challenge where you have to balance between some, finding places for workers to stay and finding places for natives to stay. But I would probably believe that it might remain the same until the end of the school year. That might be the wisest thing. And then, I'm just wondering how we're going to have school sports. I don't know where we're going to have it or how we're going to have it, but it would be nice for we to have it on Union Island.
Mm-hmm. Abdon, somebody's asking whether or not there's any particular tradition, Christmas tradition, that you and the people of Union would miss this time around.
I think one of our tradition, and I've not seen a lot of it, is we used to normally go around and serenade, get in groups and go around to different homes and sing, and they'll come out and they'll give us cake or some money or whatever. Mm-hmm. I've not really seen much Christmas lights in Union, if any at all. And well, the 9 morning activity is definitely absent from this year. Mm-hmm. A lot of people use the mainland to get a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
Just to get away. It has been a rainy season in December. Mm-hmm. And every time it rains, it causes a lot of problems for a lot of homeowners. A lot of homes is still covered with tarpaulin and, water gets in. As I said, I'm hoping that I am certain that things will speed up a bit coming in January. A lot of the kinks is where we kind of walk them out, and hopefully, things will really. But Christmas in Union, other than the police band playing there on Thursday night, that was really good. It was really, really good having the police band there. You saw tourists coming in, and the locals dancing in the Hugh Mulzac Square and all of that. It was a really good sight. But Christmas definitely would not be the same, and that is expected. That is expected. I know the Palm Island is doing something for the kids in terms of giving away some gifts, and also Executive A, the executive group of companies, they're also doing something in terms of giving away some gifts to the kids, and that definitely would be necessary. But as I said, you still have people in shelters, you still have people on the mainland still not being returned to their homes. So it is expected that Christmas, especially on Union Island, will not be the same.
I just want to take the opportunity to really commend you on your contribution to the situation thus far. And I wish you well going forward, particularly health-wise, given the stressful circumstances under which you work. In one area you didn't succeed in leading, but I think you're doing a marvelous job in this area that you're now in. I think I know what you know what I'm talking about. So all the best to you.
Which area is that?
I'm talking about the union leadership.
Well, I lost by one vote from becoming the vice president, but you know, we know how it is with politics and elections. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but who knows? Maybe let's see what the future has in store for me.
Well, this is a better, sorry if I may say that, a better area to demonstrate your leadership capacity and capability. That's my view anyway, Abda. So you might have lost that, but it gives you the opportunity to
I always say in times, leaders will always emerge. Sometimes
of course
people could pretend to be leaders, but when given the opportunity to lead, leaders always step up. And I was glad that I don't like the fact that I was given that particular opportunity. I would have wished that we would have never experienced that.
I mean, the storm, Beryl, yes.
Yeah. But nevertheless, no one needed to ask me to step in, you know. I knew what I needed to do, and I also got to thank Ms. Forbes. It's a wonderful woman, a great woman, a strong woman, and over the years she would have provided the necessary training that we would have needed down there. For some reason, she knew that we would have needed it, and she ensured that the capacity building that was needed in the community, that we got it, and all this, it's a lady that I have a lot of love and respect and admiration for. A very, very strong lady, you know.
All right, Abdon, good to hear from you. I'm sorry that the circumstances continues to be rough, but you expected it and you predicted it. It's just a matter of rising to the occasion, which you are doing, and we thank you very much. And we know you're going to come out.
We would be good. We would be good. Listen, next Christmas, I hope to be spending it on Union Island, you know, full of festivities. You know, I have no doubt that we will not be back at 100%, but I am confident that we would be good. That we would be good by next Christmas.
All right. Well, all the best to you this year, and hopefully for the people of Union and in general, the Southern Grenadines would have, you know, not a fully fledged, you know, high spirit one, but make the best of it.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, then, Abdon. All the best. Yes. Marlon has been trying to reach us, and he has been unable to get through. I don't know why. It's the regular number 457-9997, Marlon. Or in your case, you'd have to add the 784 as the area code. And now we're having one of our colleagues from all the way in. Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry, it's actually morning for you still, but yes, good to have you.
Good afternoon, Cecil and all the other panelists. This is Cheryl. I'm calling from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon to you, my former neighbor.
Yes. I just want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. I am actually having, I think, Christmas Tabanka. It is 23 degrees in New York, and I am asking myself, why am I not in St. Vincent enjoying all of the wonderful stuff that is happening there. I was up early looking at 9 mornings, and reviewing Facebook and pictures of me 2 years ago popping up in St. Vincent. I'm just, really kind of depressed right now, but, it is what it is, and we'll make the best of it. I know Joel asked about what local food we're having for Christmas. I just want to say that I have breadfruit that I have brought up from St. Vincent that I will be having for Christmas this year. I also have some modongo dough that I'll be able to use. So I'll be able to have some fresh modongo bakes on Christmas morning. So that will be my little comfort for Christmas this year. But, I'm really saying to myself, I can't miss another Christmas in St. Vincent. Too much is happening in St. Vincent to be in this cold place here. But it is what it is.
But Cheryl, I noticed you didn't mention anything strong.
No, I can't. Y'all would have me doing crazy stuff if I mention anything strong. I am not a drinker at all. At best, I will have a shandy, and fruit cocktail is actually my favorite drink. But yes, I don't do alcohol at all.
Fair enough.
Not sorrel?
Yes. I will definitely be making some sorrel with a little ginger in it, but definitely nothing spiked at all.
All right. Well, it's good to hear from you, and we sympathize with the coldness of the temperature and the condition there. I'll tell you what, we would enjoy a special element of sunshine on your behalf.
Well, I appreciate that. We have sunshine here. It just doesn't have the same effect as it does in St. Vincent.
All
It
right.
is a bright, sunny morning today, but it really has a very different effect. I just want to extend my best wishes to Vincentians. This year has been a difficult year, but I think we have pulled through. We've made it. So let us look forward to an even better year next year where, together we recognize that we can do great things as a people. Let's put our differences aside and look at those things that, bring us unity and joy, and really delve deep into that as a stronger Vincentian people and make 2025 a great year. So Merry Christmas to everyone.
And to you too. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas, Cherry Land.
Thank you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and I extension to all the folks in Brooklyn and other parts of New York and in the U.S. diaspora.
Mm-hmm. A person whose voice we haven't heard for a good while, Pigeon, is Caddy King.
Yes.
Hope he's doing well. I know it's cold by him also, if he's up there and not down here. So I hope he's doing well. Minister Peters is trying to reach the program, and she seems to be having a difficulty as well. I wonder if it's I hope it's not our system here, because Marlon is having difficulty. Marlon, as in Marlon Butte.
If they call it direct line, I wonder if it will make a difference.
Well, he has the number. I've confirmed he has the correct number. He's been trying to call direct. And Minister Peters also has been trying to call, but not getting through. But let's urge them to try again and see what happens. Don't know what's going to happen. Well, you have the choice of calling direct or calling WhatsApp. 457-9997 is the number. 457-9997. That's the number. You can also call 532-9997, but the preferred link would be 457-9997. If you call that number, you get us on WhatsApp. You have to call WhatsApp to get us on WhatsApp, of course. You call us straight. And we have a call now. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon. Well, interesting. As soon as I answered. Okay, I hope the person tries again. Could be one of those folks we expecting to call us. All right, yes, so we have the number again. Good afternoon, welcome to the program.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I am well, thank you. Season's greetings to you.
Well,
and
before
all
you
the
go,
other fellas in studio.
before you go, I'm even feeling better now that I'm hearing your voice, Minister Peters, Cecil Peters. That laugh confirms it. So I know.
Yes, the infamous laugh.
Yes. Good to hear you. Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well.
Hi, P. John. Hi, Joel. Season's greetings.
Same to you.
Yes, and season's greetings to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and all Vincentians in the diaspora scattered across the world. I'm just calling in to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and the best wishes for 2025. Cecil, P. John, Joel, as you know, this year was another one for the books. It wasn't easy, but we managed to pull through it. And, you know, as the Minister for National Mobilization, you know, my ministry was very instrumental in being part of the response after the passage of Hurricane Beryl. And I just want to take the opportunity to big up the staff of the Ministry of National Mobilization et al. We had our staff dinner and awards last night, and we had a grand time. I don't think any ministry's Christmas party had vibes like the Ministry of National Mobilization.
Okay.
So I'm putting that out there. We had a very good time. Staff came out. Everybody was looking nice. We had fun, and we just, you know, we were able to fellowship with each other in this season. And of course, as the minister, I gave staff the encouragement, thank them for all the work that they did this year, and looking forward to all the work we have to do next year. And I told them to brace up because, as you could see, you know, it's not getting any easier. But as a country, we are resilient people, and I know whatever the future brings, our faith will see us through. So, fellas, listeners, have a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous 2025.
Minister Peters, just before you go, when he called in earlier, Minister Prince, I don't know how he did, but he named how many? 20 communities? 21 communities, all the villages and so on. Can you remember those, yours? Or one or two of them?
I can, but I don't think we have the time because the thing about, you know the thing about St. Vincent, we have the main villages,
Yes.
and then you have sub-villages.
Oh, that's
and then
right.
if I start calling names, I might be crucified now. So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Let me just say greetings from Top Lomans.
Pigeon is
Big up Top Lomans and big up all the listeners from West Kingstown in all the various villages and sub-villages. I love you, and to the children of West Kingstown, you will see Auntie Cecil as usual for the little Christmas goodies. So look out for that. Starting from maybe this afternoon into tomorrow.
All right. So thank you very much, Minister Peters, and all the best to you, and stay well.
Thank you.
And bright up for the Christmas, of course.
Thank you.
All
Have
right.
a good day.
You too. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, all the best to you.
Yes. A number of persons are saying that they've been trying and not getting in. That's strange because the calls are coming in. I don't know, on both WhatsApp and straight. So I'm not sure why some are not getting in. Okay, I've just advised Kojo. He seemed to have been trying to call us. So I've just advised him to call us straight. All right, but if those of you who are going to call us again, and let me advise you that you have to call us within the next 10 minutes, because we're hoping to hear from the Prime Minister himself giving greetings. And by the way, we want to hope we can line up his Christmas song to play when he's going to call in. Somebody saying, "Oh, good friend George from Puerto Rico is saying, season's greetings to the panel and a blessed 2025 on my way to Arizona for the holiday. Oh, you're gonna smart. He's going to leave the cold behind and heading for hot Arizona.
Although he's in, well, Puerto Rico should also be.
Well, true, but sometimes he's in.
But Arizona will be warmer.
Yeah. Kojo, greetings to you.
Good morning. This is Kojo.
Good to have you on. How is it?
Kojo.
Happy Kwanzaa to anybody who enjoys it in the Caribbean. But that's what I do. I don't. All right. Anyhow, Cecil, I was talking to Jean. She said that she need to send the name of the person to her. So
I have them, and I will send them on to her.
Oh, okay, that's why I was calling to let you know that she asked me to let you know.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much, Coach, and all the best. Go ahead.
Same to you.
All right, then.
No, it's same to you.
All right,
and
then.
the whole of St. Vincent.
All right, then. Good. All right. We're also trying to, okay, I was just going to say this and he's here. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Yes, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
I'm well. I was just about to announce that we're expecting a call from you. But yes, this is Consul General Randy McIntosh from New York. Yes, Consul General, good to have you on with us this afternoon, really.
This afternoon, yes. It's always a pleasure, my brother.
Yes.
So a pleasant good afternoon to everyone on the panel and everyone listening to WEFM, whether locally or internationally on the World Wide Web. Wherever you're listening, season greetings to everyone. How you guys doing?
We're doing fine. Feel warm and everything. That's not to dig on into you.
I'm actually.
Oh, you're here.
I'm actually in St. Vincent.
Oh, you're there.
So for those who, because I could drive down by you, but for those who cannot do that at this point, especially my compadre in Toronto, I send my sympathies and everything to him. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'm just calling, just to wish everyone, especially in the U.S. diaspora, our diasporan population there, all the very best for 2025, the year ahead of us, and hope that everyone, well, I know it won't be in all the cases, but as much as possible that they had a fruitful 2024, and then things are going to be, much better for 2025. What I like to impress upon our people, our diasporans, is that especially for the United States, where they will be ushering in a new president and a new party in 2025. There may be some changes, or I think there will be some changes. We are not sure to what extent it will impact our diasporan population and those who are living there, whether undocumented, whether on the green card, but to all Vincentians and people from the Caribbean, CARICOM, that I think this is time for you to, go to your respective consulates and, just secure your Caribbean passport or the passport from the land of your birth, because we do allow dual citizenship. And, we are pushing for everyone to have that Vincentian passport in the hand. It wouldn't hurt at all. We are there. We are ready to serve you, from our end at the consulate. I would have removed, if you want to make an appointment, fine, call the consulate and do that. If you want to just walk off the street at any day between 9 and 5 in the evening, you just walk into the consulate and we are there to serve you.
Consul General, I want to extend some gratitude to you for some assistance recently in a similar case. And you're a man of your word. And I want people to listen to what you're saying. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. And that is the thing, I am there to serve the people. And everyone who would have come into contact with me over the past 2.5 years since I'm there, they will tell you that the service that we provide at the consulate, it is a service that is above board, a service that is equal across the board. There's no biases when it comes to the consulate and our service to all. Don't watch color. There's no coloration in our job. We serve people, and just yesterday, I was on the phone back and forth with my consulate for Vincent, who's traveling to Dubai, and realized that the passport is expired. And we do this thing, like sometimes in the middle of the night, I have to call my admin person and say, look, somebody is traveling in the morning, and they're now checking the passport, realize that the passport is lost or it is expired. And we are doing things sometimes in the night to help our people. I just wrote a letter for someone who was going to the airport in the morning and realized that the passport was expired. And, this morning they sent me a message thanking me so much that the letter that I gave to them, would have enabled them to board that flight to head home to St. Vincent. So we go far and beyond for our people, and we do that across the board for everybody, regardless to who you are. Sometimes I don't even need to know your name. Once you need the service from the consulate, I am there. We are there to render that service with no bias whatsoever at all, and we go above and beyond to help our people. So I'm just appealing to all Vincentians, especially those who are looking to travel. Before you even book your ticket, please look for your passport. Check your passport, because we're getting a lot. It's not long time where you have to go to a travel agency and they have to check your passport to see if you have a visa, to see if it is valid. No, you can go online and just book a flight. So people are doing that now, and after, when they're ready to fly, realizing that their passport is expired or it's damaged or they can't find it. So we're asking everyone, before you even book a flight, check your passport. And for the new year, check your passport. If it is expired, give us a call. Give me a call. Everybody know my number. My number all over the place. I'm easy to find on social media. The consulate's number is on the World Wide Web. We're on Facebook. Just send us a message and we'll serve you.
All right, Consul General, thank you very much, and all the best to you. Enjoy it here, of course, the sun I'm talking about and the warmth. And
yes,
we look forward to
yes,
to again connecting with you in the early part of next year. And as you know, as when you wish to, just call us and your message or whatever, we would accommodate you.
All right, that's good. And just, sending Merry Christmas and season greetings to, the fellow members of our diplomatic corps, and also to the government, the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister and his cabinet, and just the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I am home, as you know, Boxing Day Secret Garden, that is one of the premier parties for the season. Right now, I'm on site in Annisville. We start doing the setting up. So,
Okay.
Looking forward just to seeing our people and just have a great time this Christmas. You will see me at 1 or 2 9 mornings as well. Tonight, I'll be in the gardens with the Bowman brothers, for the 9 nights in the gardens. So I'll be, up and about. And I'm so sorry for my partner, Fitzhuggins, who, in the cold and calling me every minute. Every minute is, please do not call me until after the season. I am busy in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Tell him JetBlue is close to him. No, JetBlue is not close, but in Canada, he can find one.
I'm sorry for him, yes. But guys, have a great season, all right?
You too, and thank you very much for calling.
All the best to you, Luther.
Yes, my brother. Yes, teacher. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Great. All right.
Okay, bye.
Yes, that was Consul General Randy Luther McIntosh. All right, so we're waiting still to hear. All right, so good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Good afternoon. This is Lucille.
Hi, Lucille. Good to have you on with us.
Hi. Thank you.
Greetings,
So
Lucille.
I know you. Hi, everybody. Hi. I know you're running out of time.
No, it's all right.
so
It's all right. Take your time. I mean,
All right. Well, just my simple, sincere greetings to all of SVG, Prime Minister, Parliament, all those people in Cabinet who give Action Beckway concessions. I appreciate. And really, really wishing everybody, Beckway, the Southern Grenadines, Northern Grenadines, all of SVG, all of my friends and family in diaspora who may be listening, and to all of you guys, you keep us informed. I'll tell you something honestly. I'm such an avid listener to your program. No matter what I'm doing Sunday morning, I have to be home with my radio on to hear you guys. Even if I don't interact, I listen. And I'm engaged, and I'm either saying yes, good point, or what do you say that for? You know.
Right.
But I do love listening to you. You bring a lot of information to us, and I appreciate that because.
Are you there?
What's going on if you're on the mainland? So hearing from you is very important to us. So keep up the good work. I heard Mr. Williams earlier. Grateful that WEFM and Star FM are there to bring these programs to us. And again, to everybody, personally to you guys, I wish you all the very best for the season. And let's hope 2025 brings good things to SVG. We've had enough storms and problems and issues. We deserve a good time now, right?
Thank you very much. I think we do agree with you very much.
Yes.
And
all right, guys.
Thank you very much, and we wish you the best in your
Thank you.
season. All right.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Well, we're getting there. We can now have issue an invitation to PM to give us a call, but we would do it this way. We know he's the latest parang artist, so we would want to not happening. We would want to. Oh yes, I think I know why that is not happening. Yeah, we know he's the latest parang artist. But that's the wrong one I'm playing there.
Yeah, that's Beckett, it sounds like.
Yes, it is. I think I need some technical input here from Kieran. I hope he's listening and can come in. In the meantime, I have a message that I need to read from Tony Regisford. I just want to read it while we wait on some assistance from Karen. He says, we have a call. I don't know. I'll take this call before Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Oh, this is PM.
Yes, good day, Cecil.
Greetings.
Good afternoon.
I was trying to the reason why I was trying to bring in with a song. I couldn't handle it by myself, so I've asked for technical assistance, and the technical assistance is right there. But it's good. It's good to. But before you speak, I just want to read a message from Tony Regisford.
Sure.
And he's saying, and of course, for person listening, he's the executive director of the executive director of the Chamber. Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and expressing best wishes for the Christmas to all chamber members, customers, the business community, and all other stakeholders. And he's saying in 2025, let us continue to align ourselves to positive growth and commit to serve in the interest of all good things. I cannot rush through it, but yes. So this is what I want to play from the US.
The comrade. We tired and fed up of Santa Claus. We don't want him in Vinci this Christmas. So anywhere we go, anywhere we pass, people calling for Santa World Boss. So tell me what you want for your Christmas. Toys. Tell me what you want for your Christmas. Toys. Tell me what you want for your Christmas. Toys. Tell me what you want for your Christmas. So it's around the Christmas tree. The feeling is in the air. We know you're sharing and you're giving gifts every year. No, this is Lenti. You're giving plenty to the children, to the poor and the elderly. I am here, Santa, to make it clear. Santa, don't give away all and forget me. Santa, I want a piece of land. Santa, I want a promotion. Santa, I have a business plan. Santa, I want a million. To tell me what you
Prime Minister, I wonder if you recognize that new artist.
I recognize that song.
All right, that's good enough.
To you and Joel and P. John and everybody at WEFM, and all of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, of all ages and all occupations. You know, and those who are visitors and those who are not nationals and who live among us and who contribute. You know, Merry Christmas to everyone and a Happy New Year, and I hope we have a very peaceful season going on, with no accidents on the roads, no serious incidents, no crime or violence. That we have it peaceful and loving. You know, and that's what we hope for. It has been a year of great challenge. You know, we are celebrating Christmas in the shadow of Hurricane Beryl, and I have to remember the 500 or so persons who are still in shelters. There are 600 who are in touristic accommodation, displaced. There are others too who are in private accommodation with their friends or family, and those who have lost their houses and who haven't gotten them back yet, very, very special regards to them. And I think we have made good progress on matters relating to the housing repairs and reconstruction, bringing back the facilities, public facilities in electricity and water, the telephone system. We provide production supports. We see production in a number of agricultural commodities on the way back up. And of course, a lot of income support and social protection. You know, Cecil, at the same time with Beryl, we have to remember we have had remarkable achievements in education, the work of the doctors and nurses and other staff in the health sector, in the area of health, in all areas, in sports, in culture. We had this year the tremendous performance of our Olympians, headed by, of course, young Maloney and Roban, the Annesville cricket facility up with the lights, and we had the World Cup and now the games with Bangladesh, and we have on the downside a small minority of young males, especially engaged in criminal violence. And this requires a all-of-society approach. As I've stated over and over, I want to thank the police. Those are the prisons, everybody who is involved in law enforcement, in the courts, border controls, in immigration and customs and the like. everybody, the teachers, public servants, all, the churches, everybody. I wish everybody a wonderful Christmas. I should have been on the road from Friday afternoon and yesterday and even today, but I'm down with a terrible cold, flu. I don't know if any of you guys got it.
No, not from my side.
I've been interacting with so many people, and especially people who have come from overseas now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, go to a lot of events. You know, you're lucky when you're around Carnival and Christmas that you don't get it now.
Yeah.
It was my misfortune to have gotten a bad one. I want to say, but I'm getting over it. I'm getting over it. Resting, taking a lot of fluids. I want to just say something about the resources which we are expending on social support, income support, and for persons who may not make this or that list, there's always a chance to have it corrected. The numbers are such that we have stretched the administrative capacity of the government and even the capacity of the bank. It's about 4,000 persons through mobilization, in addition to all the regular, public assistance and other monthly support programs. You know, we have the program where we provide October, November, December, $600 per month. Persons who, the head of the household who lost his or her job because of burial or had a significant diminution of income. They have been receiving monies. Then of course, and they all have cards, the bank cards, and then we had a large distribution for farmers, farm workers, fishers, and their crew. Is that number 6,300? And then even just before, at the same time right now, to the 5,000 or so workers and truckers who paid overwhelmingly by cards for the Christmas cleanup. But about 1,500 couldn't have cards, so those had to be paid cash, I've been advised. You can, Joel, those numbers themselves will tell you the making of the cards now.
Yes.
First of all, the list, the verification of the list. And undoubtedly, in any exercise like this, you would find that maybe some persons who have gotten on ought not to have been on, and some persons who are not on should be on. I wouldn't, knowing how these systems work, I wouldn't expect perfection for all kind of different reasons. Mainly administrative inadvertence here or there, either by recipients or by the state administration itself. But I think the public servants have done a pretty good job in preparing those lists, and the banks to get the cards and all the rest of it, and naturally all that money has to be mobilized. But the origin of that was the supplementary bill appropriation, the supplementary appropriation bill, and the supplementary estimates which we passed in Parliament within 2.5 weeks of burial. Today is not the day to talk about all what the itemization of the houses and so on and so forth, but there's a big program in the upcoming budget going forward. And we have to strengthen the capacity to deliver with the housing, in addition to the traditional way in which we construct houses. We clearly have to do some prefab houses, and all that is in the works. But I want to emphasize the point that I make for persons whose names were not on any one of these particular lists, and they feel that they should be on the lists. And there's a genuine case. There's always an opportunity for them to go onto the list. Clearly, they wouldn't get that money for Christmas. You know what I mean, Cecil?
Understood. For sure.
Take, for instance, a simple thing. Cecil, if you are a farmer and you stop farming your lands and you lease me your lands, give me your lands to work on a part-time basis or whatever, or whatever arrangement we have. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a farmer's ID. Your name as the man with the farmer's ID would be the one on the list, not me. Mm-hmm. And I will feel aggrieved that I don't get. Mm-hmm. You see what I mean?
Yes.
And to register the farm workers for each farm, that's also a difficult exercise. Mm-hmm. And we had to rely a lot on the farmers talking with the extension officers, and they have the information properly logged in and so on and so forth. But it's a lot of money which we have put out in production support and income support. And we'll have more resources also in the early part of the year. Mm-hmm. Nothing like this has happened before, Sure. Before this government. We did it with Sufre, but we have done it even more with Beryl to assist people. And I think people would walk away with the clear conviction that this is a government which cares. Mm-hmm. I got some complaints. I don't know if you guys got to about some persons at the various places, whether it's Wallilabo or Kingston or Orange Hill, for instance, that persons turned up late to do the distribution of the cards. I'm trying to figure out whether it's those that from the banks or the people in the Ministry of Agriculture, and some of the organization could have been better. I'm talking on the day of the distribution now. Mm-hmm. But it is a massive exercise, given the numbers I'm talking about. Just think about it, Joel. You have about 4,000 persons from through the Ministry of Mobilization, in addition to the regular monthly monies that people would get public assistance. That's 4,000 there, 6,300 farmers, farm workers, fishers, crew. That is 10,300. Then the 5,000 workers and truckers on the cleanup. You go on past 15,000. Of course, some of the persons who work on the road are some persons who also would have been farm workers, or who would have been on the mobilization list, who had lost a job and who went on the road to help to clean. So there would have been some duplication, but I'm dealing with all the categories. The numbers, a huge number, yeah.
Yes, it's large.
Yes, it is. So this data is collected and stored properly, accurately. And in the event, God forbid, that another disaster happens in whenever, that you would be able to cross-reference, or you kind of use this data going forward.
Well, one of the reasons we were able to do it this time is because the Ministry of Mobilization had a database from Sufre. and so it was, but that list has to be called, and names will also have to be added because, Joel, there's movement all the time.
Yes.
People on the list would have gone away. You know what I mean? Because we are migrant people too, and people would have died, etc., etc. This time we have to remember those persons, especially in the hospital, who were not well, mental hospital, all our hospital services, people who are using them, persons who are in prison. Remember everyone at this time. It's important to remember all our brothers and sisters.
Do you also wish to comment on a past parliamentarian who is hospitalized at this time, I believe? I don't know if it's for public knowledge, but maybe you may wish to say something. Former representative for Central Kingston between 1998 and 2001.
Yes. I got the information, and I haven't gone to see him because I didn't want to spread my flu. I don't know if the family wants it to be known.
Okay, well, we can leave it there for now.
Yeah.
Yes. But we have come through the year, met the challenges with fortitude, with resilience, and with strong leadership. You know, P. John, I make the point all the time. It's in this business of leading, you have to have energy and will. You have to have vision and skill. And you have to have a good team. And then you have to have something else, very especially, something given to you by the gods, where you can't define it. But if you possess it, it's a special gift to be able to connect with people and draw out of them that which is good and high quality in them, and to draw out of them that high quality and goodness which sometimes they themselves do not as yet know that they possess. Next year, of course, we have very early, on the 3rd of January, we are having the estimates. On the 6th of January, the Minister of Finance presents his budget speech. So that whole week, from the 6th to the 10th, we will have the debate on the budget. We're going to get over it very quickly. I was hoping to have had the estimates done before the end of the year. But the truth is there were so many things which were crowding in, and there was the cricket on so many days. I just thought, well, people may not have been probably wouldn't be attentive. Let's just leave it, wait. And it doesn't put us out in any way from continue the work of the government now. And everybody knows that we are always very conscientious in doing our work in Parliament. That this government has a lot of legislative accomplishments. And we spend the time. And we are not shy about staying very late either, on nights, to get the work, the business of the people done. And then, of course, next year, at some time, I would advise the Governor General, God willing, on the dissolution of Parliament for fresh elections, for a new 5-year term. and the people will express their democratic will. So that's a very important political and democratic activity next year. There are other things which we'll talk about, as we begin the new year. But that obviously is a big highlight.
Mm-hmm. Well, Prime Minister, we wish that you get better soon. And as usual, we know.
Well, I'm working and resting, and
Yes.
you can't rest too much, otherwise you get basody. Well, I don't know about you. I could only rest for a short period of time.
But at the same time, you can't walk when you're sick. You can't walk too much when you're sick. You gotta take in the rest.
But there's certain things you could do, when you have the flu.
Yes.
And the good thing, you can tell those in the house not to come around too close to me, because I wouldn't want you to get it.
Yes.
That's what kept me actually away from some events last night, which I should have attended, and will probably keep me away from some events tonight, which I should have been attending. And normally on the Saturday and the Sunday before Christmas, sometimes, those days I will be in my constituency and neighboring constituencies and about the country. But maybe the flu, maybe in one way, it's not such a bad thing with the flu, because it compelled me to rest.
Yes. So just taking a couple more days rest, and
yes. Well, I'm
all the best.
I'm hoping to go 9 mornings tomorrow morning if I feel much better.
All right.
I think I should be fine.
All right. Well,
and thanks for having me this morning and during the year, and I hope to be on more and more as the year progresses.
Of course,
2025.
naturally, of course.
And on the 28th of March next year would be 24 years that we'll be in government.
Mm-hmm.
It has been quite a journey, and we're not finished yet. And we're hoping for peace in the world. I may release on Monday, tomorrow, the letter that I wrote a couple of weeks ago to Presidents Biden, Putin, Zelensky, and the Secretary General of the United Nations in respect of peace in Ukraine. And I got an acknowledgement from more than one of those personages of the letter, and I'd send the letter to every member of every head of government in the United Nations. Really be calling for peace, for negotiated settlement. Similarly, we have been calling for that in Gaza and other places, but I noticed that there is an intensification in Ukraine, and I see Israel is now bombing Yemen.
In addition to Syria.
In addition to what is happening in Syria, it's very, very troubling. And all of these things affect us.
Mm-hmm.
The person in the village may not be thinking about these things, but they affect them. Supply chain disruptions with that to cost of living. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When governments spend a lot of money on armaments for war and all the rest of it, you don't have those resources being put into productive operations and to improve people's living standards across the world, and would have a knock-on effect of some goodness. But we have to play our role in the multilateral system. for peace and justice and for shared prosperity.
PM, may I ask two questions quickly. One relates to the distribution of printing and distribution of the estimates. You had indicated that they may be ready before Christmas.
Yes, I would expect them to be, because they would have gone to the printer, as far as I know, Wednesday, Thursday, and they should. I haven't seen any copy of any finished copy. If Edmund Jackson is the Director General of Finance and Planning, is hearing me talk, he can always indicate to you guys. But I would expect it to be in the hands of members of Parliament before Christmas.
Yes, and it linked to that this year, earlier, the budget debate was shortened due for a variety of reasons, and I would anticipate that the one upcoming from January 6th started would be a full-fledged debate involving persons on all sides.
It depends. You see, look, Joel, when the minister presents the budget address, it is wide-ranging. And there are some members of the opposition who waiting on this person to talk or the other person to talk, and everybody playing, as they say, possum. And we have work to do. And when that happens, the Minister of Finance will just wind up the debate. I would expect that the members of the opposition would have learned the lesson from the last time. But this is not the first time that this sort of thing has happened. So I'm hoping that they learn.
Well, let's see. One last question quickly. A legal luminary in a chat made a comment. Where would a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old get the money to buy a AR-15 rifle? This had to be coming from somewhere else. I don't know if you want to make a quick comment on the findings of the rest of these four young men.
You know, Joel, I've said it many, many times in Parliament and elsewhere. The guns and ammunition, we do not make them. And they come in here fueled by trafficking in drugs, cocaine, and in large shipments of marijuana. There are so many different bays that the Coast Guard can't track every single area. So some of these very dangerous weapons come in. But it is fueled by money in cocaine and marijuana, particularly cocaine, but also marijuana being sold to places like Barbados, which do not as yet have a medical cannabis program now.
Yes.
So persons who have been trafficking in ganja will continue to traffic where there's a market for that. And these associational groups which are formed, they have a fluidity. They don't have a command structure which is as organized and with the systems, like for instance, you get with the organized gangs like Dodus in Jamaica and so forth. Yes. So I make the distinction and call them associational groupings. Doesn't matter how you define them, of course, because definitions are never really right nor wrong, only more or less useful once we understand what this is about. And then other things come into play, Joel. After that, community territory, reprisals against this person, that person, and sometimes some of these youngsters may not even know the reason why they're getting involved in some of these things in terms of doing any killing now.
Yes.
Because some of it takes a life of its own. Some of it may involve jealousies with men and women, and in addition to the question of this person rips off that person in relation to cocaine or marijuana, or there's a rivalry on this or that issue. And the police have to be commended with the amount of weapons they're getting. And I've been insisting that we have more and more patrols. We had bought a lot more vehicles this year. A lot more patrols should be taking place. And for senior officers to participate in these patrols too, so that they can give some strength to rank and file who going out now.
Yes.
And lift the morale, which is very important. Or lift the morale of the police, because it's not easy work. It's not easy work at all. And the police clearly can't go everywhere, so they have to move on the basis of intelligence. And sometimes the intelligence may be flawed.
Or difficult to collect.
Yes. And, well, intelligence systems are improving. Recently, we had a seminar on the CARICOM regional gun unit now, gun identification unit. And we are going to establish a national one. The national one has been established in Trinidad, and we're going to establish, we actually have somebody from St. Vincent working with the CARICOM, the impacts implementation agency for crime and security on this particular unit. But we're going to have a national one, which would help to facilitate.
I think we just lost.
Bijan, you're there with me?
We just lost you a minute there. Help to facilitate
something.
It wasn't complete.
Yes. No, the identification, the research and identification and tracing of weapons now.
Okay.
And we have to realize this. Sometimes people tend to forget a basic thing. The guns come in, and it's real flesh and blood persons who use them, and they come from homes which are brought up by mothers and fathers. And that's where we start. Parenting, schools, communities, churches, NGOs, the schools are very critical, parents and schools. A lot of people don't realize that the future of this country, of any nation, Bijan, is in your school bag. And I'm speaking metaphorically. That's where the future is. Education and training and science and technology. Not to get involved in some greedy enterprise that you want to you want quick money, so you go to drugs and guns follow. And this is the problem that we have, and
the other problem is not always just books in the school bag.
That's the point. But I was using it metaphorically to talk about books and things for learning. And I'm glad you picked up on the metaphor very easily and to see what is not also in it. As I say, so the school is so important. And as you know, I always say, P. John, that the teachers also have to teach themselves the goodness of themselves. You know? But that's where these weapons come from. I carried on the analysis, Joel, because I know you asked a question, but I went through the whole train of thought.
Yes.
That's what is not a mystery. What fuels it? We have strengthened the border controls, both at the airport and at the seaports in relation to to be able to identify the weapons easier now. The barrels, for instance, the things you put them through, you put them through screening process. We invest money in that. But there's so many places they can come in illegally. Different bays, different not a legitimate port of entry, and of course, no doubt, some things slip through legitimate ports of entry. Though you try to curtail that with stronger border control. It's an ongoing struggle, ongoing. And that's why I say you had to deal with all of society, starting from the home.
What's your position on stop and search?
They're stopping and searching. You have to stop and search. I've told the police that it's under the law. You can do it. There's some persons who, and there's been a fair bit of stopping and searching over this period too. And Joel, there's some persons, when they're stopped, law-abiding people must not feel any way with the police stopping them and searching. Joel, I'm sure that if you're stopped and searched your vehicle, you will not be offended.
No.
You may be, if you're busy, you may be a little irritated. But because it's for all our safety.
I could recall feeling glad exactly to be searched.
Yes. Such a car, such a trunk, such underneath, and so on, and it's something which we just have to increase. Basically, we have a number of detecting tools, including the CCTV cameras, and we're going to put in more. I had a discussion with the Taiwanese ambassador, maybe another 150, in addition to those which we have at various places, and put some more in certain quote-unquote hotspots and the like. But there are all sorts of tools.
Prime Minister, how feasible it is, or is there consideration in the use of dogs?
Well, there is. Hazelwood is a man who's now retired, very strong on the issue of a canine unit. And it's a matter which has been receiving discussion, and there's some support for it, and some says there are other tools which may be more effective.
Okay.
But it is what the technical people advise me, which would be the most feasible in the circumstances.
All right. Well, Prime
most
Minister,
effective.
we don't want to overdo it. Let me have access to you.
No, it's fine.
But yes.
You might hear me a little nasal.
Yes, we've been hearing you.
But that's all right.
All right.
But amidst all of this, there's my second, my daughter Soleil. Well, they're having a baby shower for her. You know, she and her husband came up from Trinidad, and unfortunately, I have to participate, but still stay a little bit away because I wouldn't want to give her my cold.
Yes.
But it's a joyous event. It's always good to see a continuation of the species.
Yes.
Always a happy moment.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Prime Minister. Get well soon. Feel better soon, and all the best for the Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. I guess a little bit more of this PM and his tune, if we can. I don't think we can. So we'll leave that for next time. But in the meantime, there are a few messages that I would want to read before we put up for today's person saying, good morning, gentlemen. All seasons greetings to my fellow Vincentians, home and abroad. This program has been very informative and helpful to many people. However, one of the changes I would like to see in the coming year ahead is that you do not ask the callers to identify themselves. That is a safety issue and can cause problems for some people. It is understandable if the person would like to give their names. Well, we have a short disagreement with that. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon. All right. Is that so? That's what somebody is saying, suggesting. We may wish to consider that. Just quickly, this one. Season's greetings to the panel. Can you ask the PM about the tint? Oh, can't. PM is gone. A tint on vehicles and when the laws will be tackling this issue. Well, PM is gone. Good afternoon. Welcome to the program.
Hold on a minute. Just calling to wish you all the very best for Christmas and New Year. Yeah, Carol, sorry. I'm calling to wish you all the very best for Christmas and the New Year's. But out of sheer curiosity, let me ask you all a question. When you all were children, you all were not given toy guns for Christmas presents?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
We were.
Exactly.
And
big set of things. How come all of a sudden the whole scene has changed? And well, they stopped.
Well, there's money. There's lots of money involved now.
No, but a toy gun was a toy gun, and all boys were given toy guns for Christmas. I know that because I've seen millions of them pass through my household, and there's a big cowboys and Indians every Monday morning playing every Sunday. I just found myself wondering all certain things. That's all.
No, but Harold, those days, money was not an issue. It wasn't a case of, using these guns to acquire money. But now,
oh, I see you're trying to put it into another format.
No, well, that's what it is. Money.
Toy guns, and we did not think to change the toy guns into a gun that could kill people.
Yes, that's
and
true.
And then it went out, and people didn't order them because I think some people say that is not a healthy thing for boys always to be going around cowboys and Indians and things like that. But you know something I've come to conclusion about? The Caribbean is filled with tolerance. It's a remarkable thing to me, We are not encouraged to dislike people, hate people, nothing at all. And I find that as a nation, as a Caribbean nation, all of us have this in common. We tolerate everything.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find that?
You're correct. We go to cricket and we enjoy, we laugh, and we have fun. And we mix. Yeah.
It doesn't occur to any of us to dislike people. Or I would have thought that after all of that carry on, we would have disliked white people, English people, French people, every kind of thing. But none of us don't.
No.
We just they don't like us. Too bad. We gone our way.
Exactly.
But
I know. Y'all have a pleasant season coming up.
You too, and all the best for 2025.
Thank you.
All right, then.
All the best.
All right, and just to say, I was wondering, I really wanted to get Marlon in, but he apparently has difficulty calling. I don't know if we can call him out WhatsApp. Can we call him WhatsApp? I'll try to record.
While you do that, Cecil, we'd certainly like to wish a Merry Christmas to a number of other the regular callers, including, is it Suzanne from Green Hill?
Mm-hmm.
Suzanne
from Green Hill, Kwame.
Oh, yes.
Kwame, yes. Timothy Cyrus, who calls from New York. Sometimes
He was trying to get in earlier, actually.
Yes. Ken sometimes calls in, and
Cornelius.
Oh yes, Cornelius, yes.
And Mr. Fax from New York.
Well, he calls not two of them, but yes, we send greetings to him. I'm sure he's listening now.
And top on my list is Lavon.
Oh yeah,
Lavon Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the very best to them for the Christmas season. While you do that, so I just have a couple small things, just to ask. When Abdon was speaking, he mentioned about having to come up to St. Vincent and so on. He had to do some blood works and so forth.
Yeah.
Yes, he had to do some blood works. And I'm just wondering in these times whether or not the Southern Grenadines, if you can't have Carriacou, let us say, if it's easy for someone from Union to say go across to Carriacou, and where you can have like a lab facility there, where persons can, there's a doctor in Union, you can get the blood work done, and they get the results very quickly, rather than necessarily having to fly up to St. Vincent or take the boat and then do the results. So it may take a 3-day process where it probably could be done. I don't know if there's sufficient business in the Southern Grenadines as a whole to justify the existence of a lab down there. But I think it is still something that should be given some consideration. I don't know what happens in terms of Carriacou, but certainly I think there's opportunity for collaboration between the nation states of St. Vincent and Grenadines and Grenada, where this is concerned. Also, Cecil, I would like to get your take. The Prime Minister mentioned earlier on correctly that the role of churches, NGOs, families, and so forth. But the NGO community, as we know it to be, as we knew it to be 30 years ago, even 40 years ago, is not the same today. And funding and financing is not there. Would you recommend or support the idea that good, legitimate, bona fide NGO groupings could very well be partially funded by the state to do the work which benefits the state and its people? That some of the financing can come from the state as well as regional organizations. I don't know, what is your take on that, seeing that you were involved in the NGO community?
I think some NGOs are currently funded. I know, for instance, the National Youth Council received a subvention from government.
The National Youth Council?
Yeah.
That exists?
No, I'm saying
they used to.
Used to, yes.
But pandemic, the framework is still in existence. Yes. I think the guides and scouts also receive a small subvention, and some other small NGOs.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but Marlon is on, so we want to just get Marlon. We'll come back to that. Marlon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Cecil, Joel, Pigeon, and to the listeners, including, of course, the Prime Minister and Luther. As I listen to Luther, I remember being critical of his selection, but obviously he has proven that he's a quality Consul General, a fantastic representative of the people, and it's good to see that he's actually doing quite well. I want to say that I own district stairs, SVG, and we actually have toys, scholastic materials on the way to St. Vincent today, on a Canada flight, candies and other things and so on, accessories for hair and for children between the ages of, I think it's 3 and 10, I think, that we be giving away some goodie bags and so on, starting tomorrow. We had promised to give 300 bags. It seems as if we'd have to give maybe 150, and then before the return to school, to the other 150 into back to school for January. That's a suggestion, because there had been some issues. The postal service was on strike here for a couple of weeks, and some of the items we ordered didn't quite make it. Of course, we'd also be buying items from 2 places in St. Vincent to add to those which would arrive later on today from Canada. And we thought it was a good gesture, following up on last year. Last year we gave away 80 goodie bags to children. We thought it was a good gesture because Christmas really is for children. I remember growing up in Lowman's Hill that my Christmases, and I'm sure pigeons, were always good, lots of food and so on. I don't know how our parents did it, but I know we always had a lot of food, and we were always able to give away eggs and meat and so on, and vegetables to other neighbors who did the same thing. There was a particularly kind of neighborliness about Lowman's Hill villagers.
No, Marlon, that was national.
Yeah.
National, across all communities.
Well,
just say that the household had 10 children.
Yeah, I know about Lowman's Hill.
Well,
I don't doubt you. And just to divert a bit, Lowman's, Pierre was talking about guns. But Lowman's Hill always had guns. Of course, we came from a very disciplined family. Our father was a policeman, a disciplinarian, and we never got involved in marijuana cultivation or smoking marijuana. We never got involved in dealing with guns and so on and so forth. But we did see them. We did see the young fellas trekking the hills early morning, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, with guns and dogs and so on. But the violence even back then was quite minimal. We're talking about 2-3 murders a year, and so on. So the point is, the presence of guns could not be the only reason or the main reason why we have seen a sharp increase in violent crimes in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. There must be some other things which are at play. Of course, this is not the time to go into those, I only called, I was trying to call before you called me. I tried multiple times to basically to wish Vincentians a safe Christmas, wish that they share a meal. I know what it is, because after I became a big man and left home, my Christmases were never as nice as they were in my parents' home because I had to find food, I had to fend for myself and my young family. So I know the challenge that could be involved. And that's why I want to urge all of us as much as possible to share a meal, share a gift, look out for each other and so on and so forth at this festive time. And hopefully we follow through into the new year and beyond. And I feel so special that, Cecil, you decided to give me a call just so that I could speak after the
It's Christmas.
Prime Minister.
It's Christmas. The generosity of it you had.
And it's what you're saying. And it's what you're saying. Spread the love.
He normally speaks. He normally wrap things up.
Yes.
So anyhow, it's really. I feel almost like the prodigal son. But that's all right. Anyhow.
No, don't. Well, to be honest, you made we were aware that you were making several efforts to get into the program, and you having difficulty not because of what you're doing, but some other thing. So we decided to reach out via WhatsApp.
And that's very good. And if the PM is still listening, we're still waiting for housing to reach out to us and say, look, we have these 10 houses which are ready for flooring, or let's get cracking.
And when you say us, when you say reach,
district stairs, we committed to supplying and installing, because we would not just give the floor, we'd install it also.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you're talking about the Minister of Housing. I would imagine Minister Brewster in particular.
Right.
But yes.
Yeah, so
Marlon, let me remind you, you had made a promise for the folks at the kitchen at West St. George Secondary School.
Well, all seems to be well in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, because they're
not reaching out to you.
So things are quite well, But before I go, let me say that here's what I would like to see for the new year. I would like to see we start giving the van drivers speeding tickets. I would like to see we rip those sound systems out of these minivans. I would like to see the tint come off so that we could see into the vans.
Well, not only vans, also other vehicles.
Cars. I would like to see demarcation lines, in the middle of the roads. So you keep in your hand, I keep in my hand. And not only that, it creates a sense of orderliness. That's something that we used to have years ago, and I know it's still done, but I don't know why they're not as rigorous with it as it used to be. We need to, and I would like to see policemen in town and women, the numbers on their shoulders. I want to be able to identify them, and I want others to be able to identify them. These are small things which we are accustomed to. And
I thought you can do that now.
Well, you can, because a lot of them don't have numbers. If you ask them, they would probably tell you, but it's not on their shoulders or on the chest as used to be.
It used to be.
I still remember my father's numbers, my brother's number, and so on and so forth. So we need those sort of things, and we need to that door by the police station. And I told the PM about it before, and we don't mind fixing it because the wood there is good. It could be refurbished. We need to get these little things right. And
you said the police station. Which police station? Central
Police Station.
Or maybe you should also make contact with the commissioner.
Well, I'm saying this, right? Cecil, I'm saying this not to be political in any way, but to be simply be constructive to the whole conversation about how we could create a whole sense of orderliness, doing the small things and so on, which maybe could, alleviate some of the issues we're having today. And by the way, I was contacted by the head of the public relations unit, and they asked us for assistance to refurbish the relations office, public relations office, and we've committed to do it. We did a new
Public
floor for
relations
them.
for which unit?
Police.
Oh, police. Okay.
Superintendent Simmons.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I taught him at Intermediate High School.
Mm-hmm.
So we've committed to do that. So early in the new year, we'll proceed and we'll give that important unit a facelift. Okay. But I wanted to, I could not leave without saying that part about, the van drivers. It's terrible. The speed up along the place, the music is very loud. It's obnoxious. It's offensive, and all these things we need to get right. And I think that that's an easy task for us to do. Okay, and expect. Anyhow,
we will be going back to that issue from time to time, especially in New Year, Marlon. And just to let you know, because I think, as you have said and you've identified, it is a critical area of life and living in St. Vincent. So we really need to revisit it on multiple occasions, and we will.
Yeah, these are small things we could do because things are proceeding fairly well otherwise.
Yes.
But the social element, some sense of law and order and so forth is quite important.
Mm-hmm.
People should not feel that they could speed down the road, rip around a corner, again it's in one hand, and people's children in there, bouncing on the seats, gyrating to the music, and that's okay. No, it's not okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't okay in our time, and it should not be okay now. Okay, so those are the small things which we could start with. Anyhow.
All right, Marlon. So,
right. Have a good
thanks for you too, and thanks for allowing us to have this discussion, and hope you will follow up on those promises that you've made. I know you will. Hope the folks down here. I hope the folks here.
What I'm waiting at.
Well, I was going to say, I hope they get on the ball. To use I hope they get on the ball and follow up with you.
Right, and there was a release done, and it was approved by Nemo.
Okay.
And so on. And I know the Prime Minister is the head of
Nemo.
The Minister of Natural Disasters, right? So that's why I reference him earlier also. Okay. Anyhow.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. You too. Have a good one. A peaceful one as well. I just want to, just before we go, give a shout out to all the nurses and the teachers, and to recognize the hard work that they're doing, and to urge them to continue in the spirit of patriotism and nationalism, and to ask the other folks to be neighborly to all the teachers and the nurses, as we would like them to do to ourselves and our relatives, even as if we find it, or if we find ourselves in any area that they may have to give attention to us. So, all the best to everybody who has been part of our program today, and of course, for the whole year, and as we look forward to going on to next year, we anticipate a good engagement with you as usual. And we urge you to stay with the clean, fresh sound, WEFM, and this your hand. On behalf of Peach and Joel, we say have a good one, and do everything in a safe manner. My name is Cecil Ryan. Good afternoon.